Well, welcome everybody! Hello, Internet! It's good to see you all. Sorry I'm being so loud. I'm excited. Welcome to Dirty 20, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening. Give or take.
Alright.
First, before we begin, I want to thank our sponsors, Twitch and Streamlabs OBS. Also want to thank our good friends at Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games for all their support. If you type in !CCG or !Little Dragon in our chat box over there in your little Twitch world there that you're watching right now, it will give you a quick link that will pop up in the chat that you can click on, and it will take you right to their storefront website. You'll purchase some really good RPG related gear. And if you use the coupon code PROBONUS at Little Dragon Corp, you get 10% off because they are cool like that.
I don't want to get crumbs everywhere.
Well, yeah, do we have any other announcements that we need to shout out really quick before we begin?
I bought a house! Woo!
Yeah, Ramsey bought a house.
Yeah!
Congrats.
He's a first-time homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's in the halfway through moving in. So,
which is not fun.
definitely not.
Daylight savings. Don't forget to adjust your clocks if you're from a place that does that.
Oh,
Yes. Daylight savings time. If you don't do daylight savings time, that's...
Then don't do it.
Then don't do it.
I lose an hour of my Sunday.
But you gain an hour of your midnight.
That's not what I want.
Okay, that was way too complicated for me.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to... I don't know what
It'll
to
all
do.
balance out when we get to the late fall again. It'll all balance out.
Oh, that's...
Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with tonight's episode. We're going to dive right back into our intro and get this crew of the Emerald Fate back on the open waters where we left them last time.
Yo-ho.
So we will be back just after this.
So I got the pirate shirt today.
Yarg! Take me back to the winking shrimp.
Wink.
And welcome back, everyone. We are going to dive right in as the group is sailing their way from Macaw Island, the Feather Isles, making their destination to a place called Knollbun, which is...
You're welcome.
What have I done? Anyway, they have to cross an entire ocean to get there. And they get
Where's my mute?
and there's my echo delay from Twitchland. But they just finished an encounter as a Hydra attempted to assail the ship. They were able to attack and slay the Hydra. Silas now has the head of a Hydra hanging in the captain's...
I did that.
Yeah.
Not taxidermy.
Let us remember,
just
not
hanging.
taxidermy. It is fresh and bloody, and they just stuck it on.
Which is gross.
They
Stuck it on
found
the
some
wall.
nails and they just went wham.
And I think we left off with also you guys did some little training with Gleep, the Goblin Gleep, trying to train them in the druidic magics. So we are going to just pick up right there as you guys are just finished that encounter. You guys have woken up to a new day out on the sea.
Do you remember what day it is?
We have a calendar.
Do you guys have your calendars?
I just
with you?
meant how many days have we been on sea? Like 5?
It was 3 days whenever the Hydra attacked.
So we're on day 4.
So yeah, you'd be on day 4 at sea, and I believe we had to go 24 days What's the
I
total
think it was
amount?
24. Either that or 21.
It was somewhere
It
in
was a
that
long
ballpark.
time.
I'm gonna say it was quite a bit of time. It was 2
Like you
weeks.
said 2 or 1, but sure, 21's fine.
Okay, nice try.
No.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm basically I rolled for encounters,
Right.
and I have certain days where things may or may not pop up. So I'm going to fast forward, but what I'm going to say is if you want to take a scene, like if there's something that you want to talk to another individual about, whether it be another player, NPC, whatever you guys want to do, just stop me at any point and say, I would like to do this, and just take it away. I'm not going to get in your way as role players if you have some ideas of what you would like to do while you're traveling. I will say that there is going to be 4 days from this point, clear weather, smooth sailing.
Okay.
4 days until I have something that is going to occur. So if there's anything that you guys would like to do in 4 days, or if you want to just kind of sum up what you would be doing, or if you want to do something in specific, by all means, have at it. You guys have the floor. The adventure is yours.
I'm gonna go ahead and on one of the clear days, I want to sit down with Marlon on the back of the ship and spend some time working. Since we both have meta magic. Did he level up at all? Is he still level 4?
He has not yet.
Okay, but he should still have. He does have sorcery points.
He does have sorcery.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the things that I meant to talk to you about this, or that I could do when I level up, is change one of my meta magics. So I wanted to swap out subtle spell for heightened spell.
Okay. Yeah.
So I want to focus on just practicing spells on the back of the boat with him to try and kind of transform my magic a little bit. So I'm losing 1 power and gaining another.
Okay. Sure.
I don't really know how to roleplay that situation, but I just wanted to.
We can kind of montage it.
Yeah.
Like you in the back, kind of.
He's the best.
That's right. Yeah. You guys would all notice this as well, as
Nice.
Marlon and Silas seem to be like just shooting lightning bolts and all kinds of stuff off the back of the ship at, midday, just like practicing things. And
Looks
one,
like
sometimes you'll
Days
see
Rush.
like the lightning get a little bit
Concert.
stronger. That's flying out from Silas. It runs down from his shoulder to arm and just zaps out towards the sky and streaks across the sky with just a flash, super quickly. And
We're very obvious out at sea.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, if anybody's looking around.
Wow, what a
Comic will have a
great
sudden
show.
realization on day 4 when something happens that, maybe the 2 psychotic turtles throwing lightning bolts all over the place. Hey, here we are, people!
Yeah, it seems as if. Go ahead and make. What is your? It's charisma is your spellcasting. Go ahead and make just a basic charisma check on yours. And,
obviously.
Just to
Turtle-esque.
see how well of a instructor you are to Marlon.
18.
18, very good. Yeah, it seems like Marlon's getting a little bit better at his own abilities too. A little bit more comfortable being able to, because he was very closed in about
Right.
his abilities. Like he didn't want really people to know, but now he's kind of opening up, and the people on the deck, he's willing to let stuff unleash a little bit more.
Okay.
The more you work with him over the course of these days.
Cool.
So he does seem like he still has a little bit of hesitation to him, but
Yeah.
he's comfortable now with this group that he's okay with letting the spell fly every once in a while.
Okay. Good stuff.
Don't look at me.
That's just one of the days.
That's just one of the days.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. How about anybody else? While that montage is.
Copic will probably spend 1 point just basically tying himself off to the side of the ship,
Okay.
putting on the cap of water, breathing and jumping in, and just sort of letting himself be pulled along, trying to spearfish underwater.
Okay.
At first, I thought it was like a self-torture kind of thing. Like, what are you doing?
He's gonna kill all himself. Yeah.
Just being drugged behind the sail.
Just to feel something.
Yeah.
Just so I can feel.
What I'll do is I'll montage this a little bit. it's strange because you're under there, and just go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
All the water bubbling on front of me.
You have 8 prepared spells? How many prepared spells?
No, this is pretty much. Oops, that's what I want. Abilities, there we are. Oh, skills, there we go.
So skilled.
Perception. That's a 4.
A 4. You see lots of bubbles, and sometimes like you're being drugged behind this ship, and it's creating quite a wake at times. Like it's not like a speedboat or anything, but it is creating a pretty intense, surprising wake that seems to be slamming you, and it makes your like cap of water breathing like eventually like ride down over your eyes a little bit and over
He's
your nose.
waterboarding himself.
Yeah, and it's making it really hard to be able to focus on finding any fish, let alone actually spear one or throw or like you javelin, like harpoon one or anything like that. And most of them are kind of like the smaller fish are avoiding the massive vessel moving through the water. So you don't really catch any glimpse of anything. You had more success with the fishing rod on the deck.
Yeah. That's after the one day we attempted that, it's back up top and just fishing the rest of the time.
All right, you got it. Anything for Obu?
I want to continue helping Gleep. I want to have a druidic buddy.
Okay. Are you going to do that over the next 4 days? Is that kind of like what your summary would be?
Probably one of the days I'm going to move the lobster onto the deck and open up all the doors and air it out.
Okay.
Because
real moldy and musty in there.
Yeah.
It's, it lives down there, and I go in there to sleep, and it has like 15,000 silks and stuff inside, so
Sure,
I'm gonna air it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can get the crew's help to kind of lift it up out of that middle storage compartment there and air it out on the deck. That wouldn't be much of a problem.
And then probably I'll sit on top of it and sun for a little while. So that's probably one of the days.
Okay. Do me a favor. Go ahead and make a yours is wisdom based, I believe.
I believe so. Yes.
Go and just make a basic wisdom check to see how well of a teacher you are. And then I will make an intelligence check for Gleep to see how well he is at picking up on the stuff that you are.
I'm going to roll on here.
You're going to roll on your digital?
Yeah, I'm going to roll digitally.
Digitally?
That is a 26.
26! Wow. Because you rolled so high, I'm going to have Gleep roll with advantage on his
Ooh.
intelligence check.
Heck
So,
yeah.
because I think his intelligence is -1.
He needs all the help he can get.
So let's see how he does. That's a natural 20.
Ha! He's gonna be so smart. He's gonna be so smart.
Natural 20. Yes, so
Oh,
Gleep's
yeah.
starting to pick up on
Wise.
some things.
Gleep is so wise.
Now,
Did he get
Negative
snacked with another
4.
fish, though?
should we still go by Willow?
What?
Am I still going by Willow? Should I still call you
Oh.
Willow?
Oh,
I didn't understand that
I'm gonna
question.
I didn't either. I was like, wait, what?
I'm gonna still call you Willow
That's
until because I think you did
I
have the
told-
conversation with some of them.
I
I
told
told
me.
Rain.
I
I
think
told
at the end of
Obu.
the session we talked it.
think we.
Told all of us.
I think.
No.
You told
No.
him?
I think you told them
I
some
know I
things,
told
but I don't
Obu.
think you went into all the details.
Yeah, I
with
gave
that.
That's
Obu
why,
a lot of
'cause,
detail.
we
I
needed
just
to
told them
know
that
where
my
we were
family
going.
was
Right,
there.
we know where we're going. We know that one of the names on the list was her father.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
That's
told you
it.
that we were going to get my people.
Right.
Yeah.
But we don't
That
know
was
anything
it.
about. We don't know your name or anything like
Yeah, I
that.
don't
as far as
think
we
she
know
shared
where.
that.
Or your
Yeah.
owl.
Although you did manage to convince Kopic that by his words you were healed.
Yes.
Yes, that did happen.
You,
yes.
There is
you
that.
healed me.
With your
Part
words.
cleric.
Is there anything in particular that Willow would like to do during the 4 days?
I would just be helping
You
her.
helping that? Well, that's actually poetic that I rolled a natural 20 on that, because what I'm going to say for those 4 days is I have a new character sheet for Gleep.
Oh my god!
So you guys can hear. You can pass one to. Gleep is now a second level druidic spellcaster.
Oh, I love it.
And now that
Primal
because
savagery, of course.
well, I tried to pick spells that you guys would probably teach, and I had to put Shillelagh off because he
Yeah.
doesn't have a weapon that
Yeah.
would work for Shillelagh, so I left that off. But I tried to put some spells on there. Now, the first level spells, they work kind of like yours, so if you ever chose to take Gleep with you somewhere,
Mhm.
and you had a long rest, you could reset those 3 to different first level spells because that's the way
Okay.
druids work.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I was trying to do over here. I'm like, oh, I can change these.
Oh,
I
that is
forgot. I
7
can
hit points.
Yeah, it doesn't make him any beefier.
No.
he's still the same.
Poor
He's still a goblin.
I think
So-
I can stay on the boat sometimes.
So
Stay
this
on the
counts
boat.
as one of my prepared spells, but it won't use a spell slot.
Yeah, Mike, for ritual casting, if you do a ritual cast, it doesn't take the spell slot.
It does not, but you have to take 10 minutes to
yeah.
cast. Yeah. It won't take a spell slot, but if you have the time to sit there and set up candles and
learning
incense and
so
all your
much.
materials.
Druids have to prepare those?
Yeah, there still have to be on your...
Like 12 spells I can pick from.
Okay.
There you go.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it's just
trying to
rituals
pick
just
my
take.
spells.
It's just if it takes the time.
Does-
Yeah, you have to have it prepared.
Okay.
Does cantrip count towards my 12?
No.
No,
Okay.
so you have a list of cantrips,
Just
number of cantrips.
Yeah, usually everybody has a base number that you can have, and
have
once you
30
have them,
cantrips.
use.
I have 3 cantrips.
You should. Yeah.
Mhm.
Y'all.
Yeah, put 3
I think
cantrips
I've
aside.
watched too
and
much
then-
Critical Role lately, so I'm like, wait, I can do that? I didn't know this.
That's
I
it.
basically
That's
just
okay.
keep
What
my
was it?
spells the
2.5,
same.
3 years that
Okay,
one
yeah,
of
3
our
or
Friday
4.
players was doing their AC wrong.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
watching, yes, I'm talking about you, but I won't out you on stream. We
Yeah.
did that enough on Fridays.
That's right.
So they had 19 instead of 13 or something?
You know,
I was saying he was like a 12, and then he's like, wait a minute, no, I'm at like a 16.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
That's
Saying it's
awful.
yeah, it
It
happens.
was hysterical when it happened.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, there's it comes like they say in Critical Role. This game comes with a textbook, so it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep
A
track of
whole
all the
textbook.
rules.
Comes with a shelf's worth of textbooks.
That's
so
right.
you
I
can't see
got a
them.
bunch of them. You guys can't see them, but there's a bunch up here.
Another day, I want to
Okay.
go up to Kopic.
Oh god. Well, he's
Okay,
waterboarding
taking a
himself.
scene with Kopic. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Kopic, tell me something. You've been fishing, and I don't know what else. This whole time we've been on this boat. I know what you're doing here. Like you've told us that you're keeping the stone away from your town and you're doing your civic duty. But what do you want?
Oh god.
There's
What
Kopic
are
saying
your
that.
hopes and dreams, Copper?
Like why are you here?
I wonder
Besides
why he cares, 'cause
instruction.
He's
Yeah,
like the most
that's-
selfish person I know.
I'm trying to get to know the crew a little better.
He took
Why
a
do you
sensitivity.
care?
He took a sensitivity
He
training class.
did.
Mhm.
HR got involved
After
here.
I yelled at him.
There was a conversation. HR was making him do this.
After he got
Um,
yelled at by the half.
It's all confidential.
Kopic was sort of, put the fisherman outside and. Well, I've been. You know where I'm from. But there's no one like me. I mean, I'm big. I'm not like the Baron and the rest of the people.
No.
I haven't run into anyone else like me, and it's hearing you talk about what you were doing, and this seemed like, hey, good opportunity, get out and see the rest of the world. Maybe find out where I come from. Hey, maybe find out I got magical powers that I can heal people.
We need to get you a girlfriend.
Oh my god. Kopic on a date.
Oh no. Find a nice
There
Maybe
must be a
not.
big, ashy, stone-skinned lady out there for you somewhere.
Roll for if you hold the fort correctly.
I'll just naturally fail that. I don't hold the fort correctly. Never mind the character.
I'm not sure how you hold the fort correctly.
Drake it till it rips.
Yep.
Hearing that you were looking for people like you, Baron thought a good idea to get this away from the city. Or rather, Baron wanted it, but should be away from the city. Seemed like a good idea to tag along and maybe run into people like me.
Okay. I mean, we are at sea, so we're not running into anybody right now.
No, but we're going to Knoll something or other to go help.
Was it no?
Knollbun? Knollbun?
No ass? I don't know.
Ass.
Something like that.
Okay.
No.
I don't know why we're going to Jackal People Village, but if that's where Willow's family lives. Hey.
Knolls are like holes and hills.
Oh,
So,
I thought that were the like half dog people things.
That too.
those two. Anyways,
Is she a half dog person?
Oh god.
sometimes.
Oh, yeah, good
Trick,
point.
yeah.
After that last encounter.
Good to know.
True.
Enjoy your fishing. Just curious.
Well, since fish are down, I got a couple in the bucket already, so.
Keep up the good work. I'll continue to peruse the ship, inspect, make sure that not Gleep, but Flick is doing something responsible.
Okay.
Copper goes back
Gleep
to
is
basically
doing a great job.
Gleep is great.
pretending to fish and just sort of keeps glancing over his shoulder every few minutes after Sasa started to walk away, just looking back, just like.
Excellent.
What does Flick
Is-
think of Gleep now becoming?
What is
Druid.
Flick doing?
Flick's been spending a lot of time in the crow's nest.
Probably too much time.
Well, actually, let's do this. I want Willow and Obu to make insight checks for me, please.
You're making
during-
him jealous.
Oh no!
Okay.
Poor baby. We'll
I'm
teach
gonna
you
have to
too.
train Flick how to be a warrior then.
Probably. I
I got
can't
a
teach him
10.
magic.
10?
I got a 10.
Where's my D20?
I don't read books. I can't teach magic.
Ooh, that was a good. It's kind of cocked. Should I reroll?
Yeah, if it's cock, reroll, yeah.
That was a little worse, but not much. 16 plus 7.
Wow.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. There is definitely a hint of jealousy.
Aww.
As sometimes, like, you just get that notion as you're working with Gleep and Obu's there. Obu doesn't really recognize this because she's just in the mindset of, I'm going to make this goblin an excellent druid. This is my mission. Like
It's
she's
like
just
teaching
focused.
puppy dogs tricks. I want this to work. This is my passion.
And she's very passionate about it. Like this is like one of the, like, she does get passionate, but she's over the top passionate about this. Like she's really. But then you glance over your shoulder up at the crow's nest, and you see these two eyes glaring out over top, just glaring.
This poor sweet
It's like one of those
child.
scenes in like a movie where you like look over and the camera's above your shoulder, and then it slowly goes into focus, and there's those eyes and the top of a goblin's head, like peering over the top of the, not even looking out to sea, just looking at you guys.
He's using the crow's nest just to stoke his
Yes.
anger.
I'm gonna go talk to Kopic.
Okay.
Kopic, how do you feel about teaching?
Oh my god.
Do you train? Do you train? Is that part of your job?
Oh, it was?
It was. So
Oh.
you're pretty good with helping people with their weapons and
Oh.
teaching how to aim. You see Flick up there?
Topic.
Oh. Yeah.
I think
Looks like his heart hurts.
I think our boat would be a little more efficient if he had some better aim and knew how to use weapons.
Alright.
You think you could take him on as a student? All right.
At some point, Kopic's gonna climb up to the crow's nest and.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Go
Tiny
after
little
Flick.
crow's nest, big old Goliath. Tiny little. And he's like,
So you go up to the crow's nest, and Flick is there. Flick doesn't even turn around to look at you. Like, he's just peering over the edge. And he's not looking out to sea, he's looking down. And he's got his back to you, and he's just kind of like doing this. And he doesn't say a word to you as you come up.
Look over, is he still staring down at the three of them?
Yeah, you can see as you look over his shoulder, and he's looking at all three of them, like working on. All of a sudden, like you see Obu like go like this, and just like flowers and vines and start like coming out of her hand, and then Gleep's there, and like all of a sudden, like like a little moth just starts. Like, and then Gleep, and then pointing to Willow, like getting really excited, and then at that moment you hear.
I'm gonna spit.
That's why I had to put my drink down.
I'm just gonna sort of reach down and sort of grab onto his shoulders a little bit, give him a little bit of a squeeze.
Why are you touching me?
Well, it seems like somebody else is learning some new skills down there, and I think you need to learn something to put you a step above him.
I was already a step above.
How you want to be too?
2. How about 4?
Oh, wait.
4 is a bigger number, right?
He's
Okay,
cackling.
we can do it.
You can make me 4.
Yes. I want to teach you. I got some really good tricks on how to hit people better.
Ooh.
And there's a world's worth of things you can use. You can even use things right on the ship.
Really? Like what?
It's gonna kill Gleep.
Oh no!
What do I have on the ground near me?
Well, you're
No,
a
I'm in the
crow's
crow's
nest.
nest,
All
yeah.
you have is like a rolled up rope sitting there.
Cop's gonna take pick up the rope. Hold on, let me grab my character sheet, see what I've got.
Basically
on
the
me.
equivalent of like a 50-foot roll of hempen rope or whatever. It's a standard rope.
He makes a lasso, and lassos gleek.
You know what? I actually have a mess kit in my back. So I'm going to pull up my little box mess kit,
Okay.
tie the rope around it.
Okay.
You're going to use something like this. I'm going to spin it up like this a couple of times, and I'm going to wait and give it a good couple of minutes, and the minute I see Obu start to do something else, I'm going to throw it down to the back of Obu.
Okay. Make a dexterity-based attack roll.
You just started a food fight. You just started a food fight.
I don't think you're proficient with this. So.
I actually am.
Oh, did you
I took Tavern Brawler.
You took Tavern Brawler? Okay, you can have your proficiency.
Improvised
bonus.
weapons I'm proficient with now. Okay, so that is...
He threw a lunchbox at me. He started a food fight.
17.
What's your armor class?
16.
I don't want to say it. You know what? Actually, it's 18. It's 18. Wait, if I'm holding a shield. I'm not holding a shield. 16.
16? Okay, Obu, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as basically a frying pan on a rope hits you in the back of the head from above.
And then they're just jerking it right back up.
What in tarnation?
Reap's like, what? Very confused.
Like, where did that come from?
Did you do that?
I'm gonna crouch
No,
down.
no, I'm not quite sure. Did it make a loud, is it like a metal lunch pail, or it's a frying pan, so it made like a bong when it hit me?
Yeah, it made a little bit of a ting, yeah.
I just want to look around and be like, what is going on?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Make a stealth check, Kopic.
24.
In the
24?
crow's nest.
Okay.
Yeah.
24. Let's see how he rolls. And I also...
I don't even think I can match it if...
Okay.
Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, no. That's a 4.
You hear cackling. Not even trying to be quiet. Coming from the crow's nest.
Alright.
You don't see anybody, but you hear cackling.
Did they just hit you?
No, they started a war.
It's on.
Give me a minute.
Holy God.
So you see, you can use anything. If you aim it just right,
You know
even a
what?
frying pan will
Oh my
work.
God.
How far away am I from the crow's nest?
I like
How
this.
high is it up?
Can you show me more?
Yes, we can... Start looking around for other things.
There's really not much up here in the crow's nest. But over the course of when he doesn't have time up in the crow's nest, you guys could always go down and have access to a bunch of other stuff. What did you ask me?
How far up is the crow's nest?
I believe we said it was 30 feet. Didn't we say it was 30
Perfect.
feet?
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
think
good
that's what
range.
we
That's a
said.
good
Or
range.
was
Just
it?
gotta get
Yeah.
range,
I'm
yeah.
good with 30 feet.
Isn't it 150 feet, you know?
I can reach.
I couldn't remember exactly what we think, but I think we landed it on there.
Alright. I'm gonna
Now 3 stories
let
up right
him
makes
think
sense.
that he's won this round,
Okay.
but I now have a beat on him.
Okay. Sure. So what we'll do there is we'll go ahead and we'll go to our 4th day.
Yeah.
So, because that all that we just discussed happened within those 4 days.
Yeah.
Before the triggered event will take place.
Boy.
So you guys wake up on the 4th day. This is 4th day, 4 days after the Hydra attack. So those of you that are keeping track of our calendar,
Hydra attack is the 21st.
if you want to keep track of that, and also if somebody can keep track of our days at sea, that'd be a good idea too.
So it's on the 4th day? Or is it the 5th
Be on the
day?
4th day after the Hydra day.
Yeah, so the Hydra was the 21st, so the 4th day after would be the 25th.
Okay, yep. 4th day, the 25th. So, Kopic, you are on, where are you normally fishing from? Are you fishing from the top, back of the boat, or the front of the boat?
Boat going this way, right-hand side,
Okay.
about 3/4 of the way back,
Mm-hmm.
off the side of the boat.
Okay. Kopic, you're fishing. You get a little tug on the fishing rod.
Whoa.
This felt a little bit bigger than most of the fish that you've been getting tugged on.
Whoa, excited. Yeah.
Right? So you start kind of like reeling a little bit.
Yeah, I'm fighting.
All of a sudden, major jolt.
Uh-oh.
Make a strength check for me. See if you can hold on to your fishing rod. Because it is a major pull on the fishing rod.
Yeah, not great. You said strength.
I can't see.
14?
14. All of you on the deck. If you're out on the deck, you notice Kopik holding onto his fishing rod, loses grip with the second arm, and it almost nearly pulls him over the side of the deck of the ship. He takes his other arm that went free, and he's like grabbing on to the ship with the fishing rod like pulling out, and you can see this thing is bending like over the edge. What do you guys do?
What did you do?
I'm trying to hook my leg around the arm now. I want both ends. I want this.
You want that? Okay.
I grab for his leg.
You gonna grab for his leg?
Grab for his leg.
Okay, so Obu rushes. Go ahead and make a, we'll call this, so it could be brute strength or is it going to be based off of athletics? I'd say it's just based off of your strength to be able to hold on to him. So just go with a strength check.
Marlon's gonna go over and cast Enlarge on him.
Okay, there we go. All right.
So now you have advantage on strength checks, but you're also weighing down the boat heavily.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
Marlon
run
doesn't wild magic, by the way.
Okay. So doubles in size in all dimensions, your weight is multiplied by 8.
Oh my
Yeah, so
god!
now the boat starts to list to the side. Everybody starts sliding across the deck.
I now grab onto his leg for dear life because we're now leaning,
Yeah.
and so I'm just.
What did you roll in your strength
5.
check? 5? Yeah, so you're like holding on to him and all of a sudden he just grows in size. So you're just like, now you're just kind of like hanging off of him.
I'm gonna run
fingers
over
get
and
touched.
peer off the side and try to figure out
What it is? Okay, go to make a perception check. I'm going to say with disadvantage
Yeah,
because
it's
you're looking
water.
into water.
Yeah.
I'm now actively. Not even Harrison, I've got.
Oh, isn't my passive perception like stupid high?
Yeah,
now?
you have.
It's like really. My passive is 22.
Yeah, we'll go by your roll at disadvantage though.
I had a natural 20.
You have something else about perception checks, I think.
15.
15?
Yep.
A little bit of ways from the ship
Mhm.
into the back. You see, strangely, there's this like shimmer in the water from the direction of where the fishing rod is kind of like pointing.
Mhm.
And it almost looks like iridescent color. And it's probably about 10 feet below the surface.
What is that? It's shiny?
We're about,
Oh
to
no,
fight,
it's big. It's food for a week.
we're about to fight rainbow
Food
fish.
for a week. It's massive.
Oh,
Well, we have to get it.
at my side, I'm just going to start grabbing the fishing line, wrap it around the hand, pull. Wrap around the hand, pulling on the rope.
Ouch.
It's on the.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check with advantage because the enlarge.
If he pulls any harder, his fingers will just go shoop.
Uh-oh.
That's why you never wrap your hands around a rope.
That is a 21.
Nice.
21. That beats this thing's fight. Yeah, so you're grabbing it, you're pulling it in, then you start to see, and then all of a sudden this massive fish leaps out of the water a little bit away from the boat as you guys are listening. It looks exactly like a massive blue marlin, but it's iridescent in color. And it shimmers and glimmers and shines differently as it flaps up like this and then splashes down back down in the
A new
water.
trophy for my.
I want a scale.
It's kind of like a blue marlin, but imagine it having like a larger fin on the back.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty close to that, but it's
Ooh,
iridescent in
spiky
color. It
nose.
has
Yeah.
they have really pointed noses.
Oh, we better watch
But
out.
this is
The
like
ship's
a
about
this
to
is
hit.
like
New
a
weapon.
trophy fish right here.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
I need this.
So
New
it's
weapon!
not, you're pulling it in. It's still not to you yet. It's still trying to fight you, and it's pulling. You can see like on his arm, the fishing line is like squeezing into his arm, and you're starting to get a little bit paler on your arm as you're kind of like wrapping them around and pulling it in. What are anybody else want to do?
I'm gonna
anything?
yell for Cog to
Okay.
come up and say, "Cog, wrap your anchor around the line."
Oh, okay. He gets up there and he starts sliding because the ship's like. Ugh. He gets right next to copping down the ship, just starts going like this even more because you got both of these guys on the side.
Everybody else on the other side of the boat.
All the other crewmates run over there. But
Want me to make it smaller?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can make it Nemo. Be a clownfish for an hour.
Don't ask to do something.
Do it!
Oh, no, that
Polymorph.
means.
Okay, polymorph. It has
Is
to
it
make a
close
saving
enough?
throw.
60
Should be
feet?
60 feet. Yeah, it's close enough
Yeah,
for
60 feet.
polymorph. Yeah. That's a wisdom
saving throw. Yep.
Wisdom saving throw on a fish.
Is the smart fish?
He fails.
Yeah. Yes! I'm just gonna make him ruin this again.
A very small fish.
I don't
okay.
care what size.
Just- okay,
small
so-
enough. They
So
think he
that
did it.
iridescent, massive fish that looked like it was like flapping through the water there near the top, all of a sudden just like. Yes, there's this little orange and white striped fish on
What
the
did
end
you
of your
do?
line.
We had a huge fish. Why is it a little fish?
It'll come back.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You two are
It
nuts.
just like.
You're nuts. You
We
want
had this
another-
huge fish and now it's just a little baby.
You're sad about that? The thing was about to spear our ship in
I
half.
can't eat that.
Captain, you still need my anchor?
No, thank you.
Nice fish. And Cod walks
catch.
away.
Cobb's
Give it
gonna
to-
walk towards the middle of the ship and just.
No.
Wait a minute.
Everybody
Do we have
stop
an oil
everybody
barrel or anything like that?
How big did it look when it jumped up? Like length?
How big is
Looked pretty
big?
big. I mean,
Like
you
10
remember those
feet?
sharks that you guys saw on the shore that one time that were like that you threw that one goblin in and got
Oh, like
devoured by-
15, 20 feet?
10, 12
Okay.
maybe in that zone.
We can talk to Nemo. Forgot that I'm a druid. And that's like my thing.
Wait a minute. I don't have the ability. Do we just have a passive ability to do
No,
that?
she has
No,
to
I
do
have
that.
to speak with animals. In this
Okay, I
spell.
don't have to speak with animals. Saved.
You're gonna
I
talk
have
to
that
it?
prepared right now.
I'm gonna eat it.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, that's good for anybody else.
Hold on. Do you have like a small pot or anything that I can put water in?
You want to talk to? There's a frying pan on the ground somewhere on the deck.
I'm gonna find a small container
there
and put the
is.
fish in so
Oh
it
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. There's like buckets and
suffocate.
pans and pails and yeah, you can.
Can you talk to it while it's like this, or do you want to talk to it
I
while
want
it's...
to put it in the water. I can talk to it little. A fish is a fish.
I don't know about that. That was a pretty big fish. I think he's a fish above the rest. Just saying.
I'll put it in the water.
We could just suffocate it like those.
Yeah, it's swimming around in the bucket.
Lindsay, you're not druid is showing.
You're not
the
druid
myth-
showing.
What is it? The mithril armor that I
Yeah.
have is seeping into my being.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I don't want to kill it now.
Okay,
It
so
was
yeah,
a
you
threat.
guys now have
I'm
a
a
fish in a
target.
pail.
Hold on.
Is it, called,
They're
is it
gonna
an animal or a beast?
ask it if there's more.
I mean, any kind of animal is considered a beast in
Oh.
D&D based.
Whoops.
So yeah, it'd be
Whoops.
I guess I'm gonna talk to it. This makes me anxious.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use speak with animals. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Answer her questions!
You speak with animals. Okay, so
Speak
you...
with animals,
I-
concentration.
I don't, I'm just yelling at it.
Is it?
Mm,
No.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
It's not concentration.
mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't see it.
you
You wanted to get big.
Yeah.
It's on
No,
the boat
it's
this time.
it's a
It just
ritual.
says,
Okay, so you're gonna cast it as a ritual then?
Yeah.
So Willow's kind of doing these incantations and circling around the pail, and
Mama
the
Jumbo.
fish is swimming around.
Good
Yeah.
race.
Complicated is literally just looming over. Just,
I think I'm disinterested, and then I'm back on the helm.
Back on the hill. You got it. Light is up there too. What
Wait
are
a
they
minute.
doing?
How long
Something
does polymorph
about
cost? An hour?
talking to clownfish.
Clownfish. Like the
Whatever
really
that-
little ones?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's a clown?
I hear
But-
they're like funny things that like come with like carnivals and circuses and stuff.
Oh,
Whatever.
so turtle.
No.
No.
I don't
Whatever
know.
she's
Pretty
doing
funny
is
looking.
making the crew pretty upset because everyone was excited for that big fish.
It was a big clownfish?
No, it was a big marlin. Swordfish.
Really? Wow.
Now it's a little fish. I don't know what she did to it.
She's doing some interesting dances around the pail over there.
Why did she spin like that?
That's
I think it's called a pirouette. Yeah, I think it's a pirouette.
Walk
She went-
like an Egyptian.
She's doing her little dance comics there.
So it takes you 10 minutes. You
Yeah.
cast your Speak with Animals. What is it that you would like to say to the fish?
Hi, fish. I'm sorry I made you little. Are you okay?
It takes his head out of the water like a Disney movie.
Yes.
Flounder.
It's looking at you. I understand you.
Oh no, I can't kill it. I talked to it. Oh no.
Strange. He's looking all around.
It's pretty cool, huh?
I feel strange.
Yeah, you're really little now. You're usually pretty big.
Yeah.
What are you? I've never seen one of you before. Do you know what you are?
I'm a fish.
Thank you. You're a very
I
pretty
learned so
fish.
much from this.
Existential crisis averted.
I'm a really, really nice fish.
You're a really nice fish.
Yeah.
Do we understand any of
Why is
this?
Get out of this conversation.
I don't either.
I don't
No,
know.
don't look at me.
It's you. You're the only one who
I
understands
know,
it.
like-
You're seeing like the fish is out of the water, like looking. Yeah. They're doing the fish thing. but
Who wants
but
to
you.
talk to a fish?
Ask it from where it hails.
Where are you from?
I'm from the ocean.
He's from the ocean.
Where was it headed?
Okay. Were you headed anywhere, or are you just doing fishy things?
I was out for food.
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Always hungry.
Yeah.
What do you eat?
I eat smaller fish.
Smaller. Well, you are a smaller fish now.
Ask him if he'll pull our boat.
Why
Maybe
does
then
that-
we can get there
Why
faster.
does that large one over there stare at me?
He's sad that you're small now.
Oh, I'm sad that I'm small now too.
It's okay. I'll fix you.
Oh,
I'll
great.
put you back.
You can fix me?
I can.
Oh.
Ask it if it'll pull our boat in exchange for being fixed.
If I make you big again, can you do us a favor?
What is a favor?
It's when someone does something nice for you, so you do something nice back.
Oh. What nice thing can I do for you for fixing me?
This fish.
Even though I did
This fish is so out of his element. He's just like,
Quite literally.
fish out of water.
You have tortured this fish and now are making a deal with it.
having stilted conversation with it because it doesn't understand the concept of anything. What is going on?
Okay. Could you pull our boat? Make it a little bit faster? Because you're really strong.
What's a boat?
This big thing we're in right now, this big thing that floats on the water, it's
Oh,
called a boat.
a boat.
Yes.
Well, it's really big.
It is really big.
I don't know if I can pull a big boat.
Well, you almost pulled some of the big boat earlier.
No, I was just pulling the big guy.
The fish is unsure if he can help us pull the boat. He says the boat is very big.
Just eat it and let's keep going.
Yeah,
I think that's why he stares at me, because he knew I almost had him.
He's taking you on.
He was
thought-
gonna eat you.
Are you gonna relay that
What?
one?
not gonna
Are you
relay-
gonna-
I'm not gonna relay that one because
He thought he was catching me, but I was catching him.
you're funny.
What's the
fish.
fish's
I like
name?
you.
What's the fish's name?
My friend over here wants to know if you have a name.
No one's ever given me a name.
Do you want a name?
Sure. What is my name?
What's his name?
Oh God.
He doesn't have one. He would like one.
Stink.
Tartar.
Javelin.
Jab.
Call him Javier.
Javier.
Javier. For short.
Your name is now Javelin.
Javelin.
It's very exotic. We'll call you Javier for short.
Javier for short.
Yes, her name is Javier for short.
Do you like that?
I like it.
I
Yeah.
like that too.
Yeah, it's nice to have a name.
It is.
Yeah.
Willie, are you done?
Having a good time.
We're gonna meet this
Don't
Marlin
be
again later in the
rude to my
future, and he's gonna be like,
guest.
"'Tis I, Javier, for short."
Javier for the short.
Hello.
Everyone back to your stations.
I've come to save you from death.
He's gonna be our
Oh,
friend
did
now.
Knollbun just say his name was Javelin? We take it out.
No.
Throw it. She makes it big again.
Javier, are you good at fighting big fish with your long pointy nose?
I'm pretty good at it.
Pretty good?
I don't like sharks very
No,
much,
we don't like sharks very much either.
but
They're kind of scary.
I'm a pretty big fish.
Yeah. Do you scare off other big fish sometimes?
Sometimes,
Okay.
yeah.
I think Javier might escort us and scare away big
We almost had food for a week.
fish.
Shiny
His
scales.
name is Javier.
and
For
a
short.
trophy for my cabin.
And you know what?
And now we have Javier for short.
I like how everyone's using my name.
He just said he's really happy that he
I
heard
can't
his
do
name.
this anymore, you guys. I have to leave.
We need to go save your people, not mess with a fish.
Cop exchange. While they're having a conversation, Cop is gonna pick up the bucket and walk away.
You flipped the bucket?
No, just pick it up and walking away with
The
it.
large one has my bucket.
I'm gonna run after him. Give him back!
Javier! Sir Short!
Just gonna hold it up in the air.
I can't see anyone.
He's upset. He can't see anymore.
There is someone up there.
Food for a week.
He's looking at you.
Looks mad.
He says you look mad. You hurt his feelings.
I think he's looking at the goblin.
He was saying what a good job you were doing trying to catch him, and how much he looks up to you.
Oh, you can look up to me from my belly.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm just gonna come by and grab the bucket and throw it overboard.
The
Bucket
whole
and all.
bucket?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still trying to hold on to it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna make a contested check to try to grab it.
If I manage to throw it over, I want to scream, "Be free!"
Okay.
How are you getting up that high?
I'm jumping.
A flying leap.
Because I am
high.
14 feet
No, you're not
up.
enlarged anymore.
17.
Oh, it's only that?
Yeah,
it's
it's
only
all-
lasts a
okay.
minute. Yeah, so you would be
Can't
enlarged
remember.
anymore.
Okay, 17.
17. Okay, you're going to make. This would be kind of like pulling the bucket out of the way, so it'd be more based off of your dexterity than it would be.
My fish.
He needs to get out.
Nope.
Nope.
Yes.
14.
Obu. So Obu grabs the bucket and just runs and be free.
Be free!
Okay.
Javier, Sir Short! Be
And
I'm
she
free!
gonna
throws
lean over.
Can I throw a javelin at the fish?
You can attempt, but it's going to be very difficult because
It's
it's
very,
a
very
small
small
fish in
still.
motion. Go ahead and make one throw.
Huh.
You're going to make it with disadvantage. And its armor class is higher because of it, how
Yeah,
the
it's
size.
tiny.
Yeah.
I need more carrots.
Carrots?
Like that.
I have
big.
ranch,
Oh,
Okay,
in
that's-
real life.
but no carrots.
21.
21. Hits.
14 and 16.
No, my
Go ahead and
fish.
roll your damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it has one hit point.
Please yell at him that this is not our fault. This is our rogue Goliath.
Thanks for saying that, by the way.
You're rolling.
I rolled a 1, so that is 5 points of damage.
So once it immediately on impact, you hear the fish goes start sailing. You say "be free," and you hear "whee!" And then all of a sudden, this javelin comes flying into the stream of water that's cascading out of the bucket and impacts the clownfish, and immediately back into the massive iridescent marlin. You hear it whimper in pain a little bit, but then it just slams into the ocean surface and just disappears just that quickly.
We made an enemy out of Sir Short.
I was gonna ask it for one of the scales.
It was dinner. I didn't throw it off the boat. She did.
You tried to kill a little clownfish.
Lida's like, that wasn't a clownfish at all.
I know.
No,
I
that
was
was-
gonna try to get its scales.
That was food for a week.
That was a ghost marlin.
That was a trophy for my cabin.
You
No.
almost never see those.
He was beautiful and he was perfect.
We could have
the most-
sold it
That was one of the most.
for so much money.
That was one of the most rare fish in the ocean.
So what are you saying? Should we have?
Grab an elbow, throwing her over. Go get it.
I try not to go overboard.
Okay. Make a contested check to stay on the ship.
Can I do it with a cool lasso move with my silks just because for flair?
Sure, but it's not going to get you any of a benefit.
No, I just want it for flair.
Strength
What
or
is it?
athletics?
Yes.
Strength or
Like
athletics?
them.
This will be based off your, well, I'll say athletics because she's dodging it. Or
23.
23.
I was gonna ask for all this meat.
You in the water?
And it's scales.
Alright, Obu goes, ah! You hear 3 people on the ship. Man overboard! Flick's like, man overboard.
Cops gotta look up and Flick.
I want to look around for the marlin.
I'm gonna.
Okay, and while you're in the water?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage.
And
I want to paddle around and be like, so short.
I'm going
Perception
to.
check with disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage. You're
I
looking
don't
through
know
dark
if that's
water
there.
of the open ocean to try to see a fish that
Ten.
can swim extremely fast.
Yeah, probably like 100 feet.
Where is Flick right now? Still in the crow's nest?
Yeah, still in the crow's nest right now. Yeah.
Did I
10.
hear him mutter? Or do I still remember that he's
Yes,
pretty
you
pissed
heard him
off
mutter.
with us? Okay.
You rolled 2.
Flick, do you want to help?
No sign.
You want to help me on an adventure?
What adventure?
We're gonna go look for the shiny fish and help Obu out of the water, but you're gonna be able to walk on it.
The water's warm.
Prove it.
Okay, well. So how does water? If I cast it, if I don't include him, I guess I should go ahead and include him now.
Yeah, include him now. I think it's when you cast it you have to determine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna include him with it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast water walk, and I'm gonna climb down the ladder and just hop on the water.
Okay.
And
So,
walk.
Captain, are we lowering the anchor for all this, or are we still keeping the boat moving?
I hadn't said anything about lowering your anchor.
Okay.
They
Okay.
can
I'm
run.
gonna
How
walk on
fast-
the water.
The boat doesn't move that fast. They can run to catch up, probably.
Oh.
I have to swim.
Can I also include Obu on it? I guess I already said it.
What's the range?
30 feet?
30
Is she
feet.
close enough?
She was in the water already.
So probably
and
not.
drifting back.
Yeah.
So probably not.
Yeah, okay.
Obu wouldn't be.
And
Yeah.
waste a wild chicken.
And she was actually like ducking under the water, like looking around.
For the
so
fish.
yeah.
My eyes are burning
Yeah.
because I opened them underwater.
Yeah. Did you cast water walking
So,
on the whole
Corey-
group?
Yeah.
Fish urine.
And
No,
Yeah,
fish
fish
not included. They're not
they're
included.
not. So
just
just
me
you,
and
just
Flick.
you and Flick. Okay, so
Yeah.
you and Flick crawl down. Captain's just standing up there. Looks like he's just fine with just continuing the sailing. What is it that you guys do?
I'm just gonna walk over to Obu.
Just walk over to Obu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just check on him.
Walking on the water.
Yeah, just for fun.
What's up?
This is really cool.
It is really cool, isn't it?
It's like,
My shoes aren't even getting wet.
I know.
wish I could say the same.
Ah.
She's pretty good.
You see it? You see the fish?
No, didn't see anything. He went away. I mean, he
Aw.
could still be here, but I don't know. I got salt water in my eyes. I barely can see you guys. My eyes are swollen.
Where'd you learn how to swim?
Well, I got thrown in the water a lot, and I kind of just figured it out.
Mm. Nice.
Yeah, you just kick your legs a little bit, and then you're up higher in the water. And if you move your arms, you can like control if you fall over and stuff.
Oh.
You want to try it out?
No, see, I'm standing on it.
Not for long. I take my arm and I sweep his legs out from under.
All right.
The
go
most
ahead.
horrifying place to learn how to swim. The middle of the deep blue ocean.
It
Yeah,
says if,
no land to be seen
Yeah.
anywhere.
it says if you target a creature submerged in a liquid, it carries them to the surface. So I guess it would make him just sit on the water.
Well, basically, she could knock him and he could sink a little bit, but then he's just gonna go like
Right back
that,
up.
right back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be you. Okay.
Go ahead. You can make a just a strength-based attack. You're just doing kind of like a swipe with your hand, so
That ain't gonna work.
and it
That's
wouldn't
a,
be
That's a 1.
a 1. No,
That's a
yeah.
1.
You try to, but the waves of the ocean and stuff are kind of jostling you around a bit, and you swipe and you don't even like get close to his legs,
Can I
and he
splash
just looks
him?
down at you and. What are you doing?
I want to splash him because it failed, but I don't want to tell him what I did.
Where's the fish?
I don't know. I was hoping you could help me look. Do you see it? I don't think I see it.
He's just looking at one of us. He like turns around. He's
There's a lot of water.
Boat's still sailing.
I mean,
The captain's leaving us.
Sorry,
they'll stop eventually.
I start swimming back towards the
I'm
boat.
not sure. Captain. I don't know if Captain's gonna stop.
All right, I
How
guess
far-
we'll walk back.
How far are we now from them?
The boat isn't moving incredibly fast, so you guys will be able to catch them.
It's within 50 feet.
I'd say probably more than that within that minute. I can't remember how fast boats move, like miles per hour wise, on D&D terms. But
6 miles per hour. No.
Copper's gonna
It's
tie
slow, yeah,
his
it's-
rope onto one of the other ropes he finds laying around.
Uh-huh.
Tie the frying pan back to it. Throw the frying pan out at the group of the 3 of them.
Okay.
I
Are
see
you
the
trying to
thing.
hit somebody, or are you just trying to hit it onto the water around them?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and make a strength, or we'll call this dexterity based.
You're throwing an incredibly heavy iron object.
To make sure I can make the distance. It's either that or I shoot him with an arrow. Figure if I shoot Obu with an arrow, they're going to be mad.
Say just aim up.
You said dexterity, right?
Mhm.
That is... math. 17.
17. Okay. You guys, you throw it, and Flick's out there and looks at both of you and is like, "Oh, I know this." And he goes like this.
Oh no.
Hits him right in the face,
Oh no.
and he looks at you guys. He's like, "I got it."
Oh.
And you can see his one tooth is just hanging right there. He's missing several of them, but now there's an extra one. It's just barely hanging on. He just goes
Good catch, buddy.
into the water.
I swim slightly away from it.
Ugh.
And he holds on to the rope, and eventually the ship starts to pull him on top like he's water skiing. You coming? He looks over to you guys.
As he's holding on, and Gob's just going to start looping around his arm and just slowly start reeling him in.
Okay,
I guess I'm grabbing on.
grab on.
I grab onto whatever I can reach, if it's one of them or if it's the rope,
Okay.
and I just stay in the water, and I'm just, this is gentle.
Yeah. So basically, he does a little bit of water skiing as he pulls in, but you guys are all pulled back up onto the ship safely. No sign of the ghost
air.
marlin that seems to have gone away. They're extremely fast swimmers, so
I
They
want to
would've-
throw the frying pan at him
you're gonna throw the frying pan at him
when he's
and-
turned around, specifically.
specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
What do I roll?
That's throw is a dexterity-based attack, and if you don't have the tavern brawler feat, you have to make it without your proficiency bonus. It'd be your D20 plus dex.
I'll try.
11.
11. Kopic, you're walking around, and all of a sudden this frying pan just goes ping, 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 across the deck.
So there's still a rope tied to it?
Did you untie the rope, or is there still a
Yes.
rope? There's still a rope tied to it.
Start looking around for, Flick.
Please.
Flick.
Yeah, start looking around for Flick. Is he back up in the thing?
No, he's actually on the deck.
Over by where the frying pan came from?
Kinda, yeah. They're all kind of together over there.
Gob's going to walk up. "Oh, No. When you, gotta give it a couple good spins first, and then make sure you get your aim right.
Okay. He's very confused as you're saying this. Yeah, right. Okay. Right. Right. He just looks at you.
I consider this a win, and I walk away.
Alright. Fantastic. So, that was the triggered encounter for that day. Was the fishing encounter. So...
And we failed horribly.
You definitely took it way different than I thought it was going to take place, but
We have
that was
two
pretty cool.
druids.
That was pretty cool. I liked it. It was way more creative than I came up with in my
We could
head.
have a
so-
polymorph battle. Be like, you polymorph it into this. And I'm like, no, this.
No, this.
Pink, blue. That was awesome. So that ends that day. And like I said, we're just going to keep on kind of moving along unless you guys have a scene or something that you would like to do.
At some point during... I anticipate that he's going to be continuing to teach Flick, right? How to do...
Maybe.
Yeah, it's,
I asked like
Well-
the most inconsistent person to.
I want to, at some point, if they are, to cast confusion on him.
okay.
So that way when he's teaching him, he teaches him all of the wrong things.
Okay, confusion. How long does that spell last? I think it
So
only lasts
that
a minute,
lasts
right?
for 1 minute,
Yeah.
and it's concentration. But
Okay.
it's also ritual, apparently. No?
It-
It says, okay, it's concentration. It has a C next to it that I can't see. Yeah.
Okay, well, he would have an opportunity to resist. So
Yes,
what
yes,
is
he
it? He has to make a saving throw while he's
Wisdom
teaching?
saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw? Okay. Kavik,
At this point, Kopik is probably trying to teach Flick how to, just spend a little time. If you think you have it, you have somebody that you're going to end up in a fight with.
Mhm.
Basically, fighters have an ability to know your enemy.
Yeah.
So if you spend a minute observing them,
Okay.
you can learn something about them, like AC, if they're higher, lower any levels in fighter, things like that.
Okay.
So Kopik is right now trying to teach him how to basically watch somebody to judge what sort of a combatant they are.
Oh, cool. Is that now your fighter ability that does that? Is that based off of your wisdom, or is that based off?
No,
of
it is literally. It's just an ability. There's no.
There's no
check for it.
Check for it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 7th level fighter ability.
What's Kopik's charisma?
Probably an 8. Yep.
An 8. Okay. Just roll a d20, because you're also speaking to a creature that also has a charisma 8. So you guys
You guys are
are
both on the exact same level. You're both awkwardly just
That's
speaking
an
words at
18.
each other.
18.
19
Very
on
nice.
the die.
Wow!
Yeah, he looks like he's not the brightest in the world, and it's hard for him to. He seems to be struggling a little bit, but you're doing a really good job of teaching. If you were teaching one of the human guards or whatever, you think they would probably pick up on it a little bit faster. But Flick seems to be having an issue. But
That's okay. That's what I'm
Toward the
here
end.
for. We're going to teach you.
and then go ahead and make your saving throw to see if you get confused during the process of all this.
This is a wisdom save.
Yeah, I think it's wisdom.
Saving throw. No, still plus 0. Come on, little dragon. Yeah, no.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Okay, so confusion, they have to roll a die, and whatever comes up, I believe
Yes.
they have to do.
They roll a d10, and then it will show its random behavior from this table.
Okay, we'll just streamline, because this is more of like a combat-based spell, not like a roleplay-based spell. We'll just roll that d10 once, and
Okay.
that will cover the length of the spell. Normally they would have to do it on every round, but
4.
4. A 4 means the creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
okay.
So he just stands
For
there.
a whole minute, Convict, while you're teaching, you're talking. Then if you come up against a guy that's like twice your size, the first thing you do is what? What do? You hold still and let them strike first. But they're twice your size. And
What would
Flick seems
be-
very confused.
What would be amazing is if he ended up figuring out what you're supposed to do because he just sits there long enough. He's like, but they're twice your size, so you wouldn't want to do that. Oh, but then...
And then as you snap out, you're such a great teacher.
Alright. Well, we got some more to go over, though. We got plenty of time till we get to land, though.
I'm cackling the whole time. I'm losing it, and I'm whispering to Willow to tell her what I've done.
That was great. That was great. Well done.
Right here, the laughter.
Does he know that he was confused?
Usually you know when you have a spell cast on you, so you would know that someone
Yeah.
did something to you. I would say you probably wouldn't know who, but you probably have a few guesses. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We have. So that was the 4th day, which would be a total of what? We're 7
8.
days in, or 8 days?
7.
7 days in.
3 to the Hydra. And
Okay.
4.
Yeah, that's right.
7. So
7 days.
we're on day 8 right now.
Day right now. Okay. So just to give you guys a heads up, the next thing that will occur will be on the total trip, day 18.
Oh, wow.
So there's significant amount of time here. So we gotta add what 11 days onto
So
from
we're
where
on
we're
day
at.
8, since
Is that-
26th, and you said 10 more days.
I'm gonna start asking the crew around, like, does anybody have like their grandma's recipes? We can change something up because this stuff is getting real boring.
So we're on the 6th.
One of the...
On the 6th, yeah.
We're on the
I had a
6th.
sheet that said all the crew members' names. Here it is. Dexter, one of your crew members, is kind of like, I mean, we just kind of keep eating like lots of dry foods, Captain. I mean, we don't want anything to go bad. I mean,
And there's all the fish I'm catching.
Are you having a good time with your meals?
it's like it's always been. I mean, we
But
got
couldn't it be-
Kopek's been catching fish, and
Is Bayleaf upset because he did come from eating pelican pie to this?
to be honest, it's a little bit better than pelican pie.
No.
Okay.
Seagulls don't taste very good.
Solid. All right. and then I just kind of be like, good talk.
Are there any
So
seagulls
everything-
flying around?
Everything
No.
okay with you and
You're in an open
over there?
ocean. Like, there's
He's
no
so
place for them
pretty.
to like.
He's just
Go.
so pretty. I don't know how to talk to him. I don't know what to do. His ears are just the perfect angle, and I just can't. I can't handle it, and I need to go lay down. And I want to go to sleep. And I go to the lobster,
I'm not getting involved with that.
and I go like this.
She okay?
When she goes in the lobster, Copper's gonna wrap rope around to tell her keep the doors closed.
Okay. You wrap rope around. While you're in the lobster, you hear
And I'm tying it with the sailor's knots.
you hear
I
stuff
learned.
like on the outside, like you hear
The ones I taught you?
clanking.
Or
at
the
The ones
the
that,
outside of
the
the
ones
lobster.
that you got us the training for.
Right.
Major Ursa.
Major Ursa, yeah.
Person.
Oh, I haven't practiced any of those knots. I'm starting to forget them, I think.
Yeah, you're supposed to practice
Yeah.
every day.
Every day.
Every day. Okay,
Major
I'll,
Ursa was really adamant about you practicing your knots.
okay, then I'll, if I see anybody else doing it, I'll remember to do it.
Okay.
Was that the thing that you were supposed to do every day so that you didn't forget? Was it the knot tying?
Yeah.
I think it was the knot
That's
tying,
the
yeah.
knot tying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
I don't think there was anything else. If so, I forgot it, so whoops.
Alright.
That was Major Ursa's contribution to the campaign, is to make sure you you kept on practicing your knots every day. But yeah, there's a lot of time here. If you guys want to take a scene, you can. You don't have to. We can skip on to that next day if you want to. I mean, it seems like not a lot of people that are on this vessel have much cooking ability,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
unless you deliberately go find someone who is a cook and hire
Do we
them
need a
on
cook?
to the crew.
Yeah.
Let's get a cook.
Next
We've
place
got
is,
plenty of gold. We can just take some from the crew and get a cook.
no, we just take the cook.
A kidnap?
See the world.
I don't know if you'll see it that way, but I'm stuck in the lobster. I think I'm primping this whole time because I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this get me down. I'm gonna talk to Bayleaf and we're gonna have a normal conversation. I'm tying my best scarves on and I'm like, knotting
Okay.
them in the cutest ways, writing random stuff to put in my hair.
Okay.
And then I try to walk out the door and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It
I
doesn't-
shake it.
You guys end up hearing some yelling from inside the lobster.
Can I see out the little hole in the lobster?
You can see,
Can I
yeah, there's
see
a
out
little
the
bit of
hole?
an opening from the door. Yeah, you can see out the front because it's like a
Can I take
submarine type thing.
Can I take the arms and see if I can try to do something?
Yeah, actually, easy enough. You can. It has like a claw arm on it, so you start like moving some of the levers, and it turns around and it snaps the rope easily.
Good.
All
And then I want to
Like
take it into a
rope.
form of a fist and be like, got back!
right.
Great, now we've wasted nautical rope on tying the lobster.
I take some of it and tie it in my hair.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So, do you guys want to fast forward a little bit on the sea?
Kopek's just gonna keep spending every couple of days going back with Flick and trying to teach him one of his other, teach him one of the maneuvers.
Sure. Yeah, I'll just we'll use that one roll as a
Yeah.
basis for that whole montage sequence, and we can go do another one in the future if we need to. But when we get to that 18th day, you guys have been sailing at sea. Crew still seems to be doing well as far as morale goes. Over extensive travel, the morale does, go down gradually as you go across, but because you paid them up front, you had that really high boost
Yeah.
to the crew's morale. So I would say it was at like a +8. It's going to be probably about a +7 right now with your crew
Okay.
around as it continues
Fair.
to go. Probably by the time you hit Knollbun, it'll be about +6.
Okay.
So it just kind of gradually goes down as you guys sail. So being on the open sea can be rough, and your crew likes to spend some time on dry land every once in a while and have a break. So, but you guys continue sailing, and then the evening of the 18th day at sea.
6th of Marpenneth.
The 6th of Marpenneth?
Marpenneth.
All right. The Lyda comes to you, Captain, and is like, I've been really weary about the weather, and it's been awkwardly calm today, Captain.
It's been pretty calm this whole trip, to be honest.
I mean, but we still had a breeze. Today has been a little bit still.
Dead wind.
Yes, and usually when that happens, we're in for a difficult evening.
Is there anything we can do to prepare for a difficult evening?
Well, the crew, they know what to do. It wouldn't be the first time we've run into this. The problem is that we just don't know we've gone through storms.
Right.
It's just kind of hit or miss on how powerful one might be.
Like a hurricane.
Could. But I don't know. And she's kind of like looking up to the sky, and it's kind of like about late afternoon whenever she's doing this, and I just I don't know. I think the crew will be ready. We just need to have maybe a plan on what the new crew members might do in case we run into weather.
Okay. Can we
We've
go
got
on some
enough time.
assignments and give people assigned stations?
Sure, we could. Yeah. So basically, like communicating with Lyda, you guys can have like a big meeting or a big group up.
Sure.
So you're just not sure. It could be tonight. It could be the next night. It could be whatever. But
Yeah.
she's feeling like the weather is shifting.
Yeah. So I just get everybody together and say, look, got some inclement weather coming. Fleet. That means it's soon. Inclement means soon.
Soon.
Right.
Right.
So tonight or tomorrow.
Why don't you just say soon then? Soon weather.
We're going to send out assignments to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a point.
No, Big Fish had a point.
I step
He's
out.
talking
of the-
about-
That big fit. Yeah. Anyways. Everyone's going to have assignments
A bunch of idiots.
for this oncoming storm, so be prepared.
Okay.
It'll be all hands on deck. You okay?
Put my hands on the deck.
Dad joke.
Lyda, take over, please.
It has a son
Sure.
somewhere.
What Captain is trying to say is we did pick up new crew members, and we all need to have an idea of what we're going to do in the case of soon inclement weather.
Thank you.
So what is it that each of you bring to the table that we could benefit from in case we run into this terrible weather?
I slam my hand down on the deck, and then I say, I will conjure a tidal wave if our boat is about to be overtaken by water. Then if we're going this way, I'll make it go this way, and we'll be fine. I don't know how to run a ship. I don't know how this works.
Tidal waves really frighten me, Captain.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. That's a great suggestion.
Trying really hard here.
Yeah, you keep up the thought process.
Okay, I'll
And
keep
we'll
looking.
get to...
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll keep searching internally.
Yeah.
I know a lot of spells, so if you
Just
can think
whatever-
of things.
Yeah, I'm like,
Maybe just whatever deity you worship, just ask them for some nice weather.
I don't think I have one of those. Do I have one? I don't think I have one of those. I think my character is pretty young for an elf, and so she's still kind of figuring
Searching.
things out.
Yeah, well, just ask somebody. Ask nature.
Plants, be kind. Like that?
That's
not
part
how
of
this
nature
works.
too.
This
Blake
is
looks
not
at
how it
you,
works.
Willow. There are no plants out here. I just see a bunch of water.
There's algae. There's algae.
You heard me. Oh. Gleep goes, starts whistling and walks away.
Getting big for his britches now that he's a druid.
What can I do? I can destroy water that piles up on the boat.
That's convenient.
It is.
That's
Keep it from filling up.
Keep it from filling up. That could work.
I can enhance y'all's abilities. Give
Hey,
you more
I
endurance.
prepared that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give you
that's
more
a good.
endurance, more
That's a good
strength.
play. I like that better than the tidal wave.
Yeah, you know, I was just reaching for straws on that one.
I'm just afraid that the tidal wave might push us beyond what we want to do.
Yeah.
Now, Lida, are we going to try and continue to sail and make progress through a heavy storm, or would we pull up all the sails and try and just weather it out?
Well, that's your call, Captain. I mean,
You are
both
the
have its
captain.
benefits and disadvantages. I would much rather continue to keep moving because sometimes if you kind of get parked, it makes it an easy vessel to capsize.
That's true. And we could be in the storm for a long time if we don't get out.
Yeah, if it's a slow-moving storm, we'll be in there for quite a significant amount of time.
Okay.
If it doesn't pass
I'll try
over.
and keep moving. I'll do what I can to keep the boat on a forward path.
Okay.
Do you think Thunderwave would do anything to a wall of water coming at you?
No.
No.
Probably just make ripples through it. What about you, Kopik?
Maybe gust.
I can tie everybody to the deck.
Maybe gust.
I'm really good with them knots. Yeah, I got
Push our
it.
boat.
I don't think we can help if we're tied to
All
the
right,
deck.
okay, you're up at the wheel.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Well, we need you at the wheel, so we tie you to it. That way, wave comes over, you don't go flying off the boat.
Okay, but what if something like an emergency happens and I need to get off the wheel?
And you take a knife out, you cut the rope.
I like how he's
You-
talking to him like, duh.
Yeah.
Dumb man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll think about when the situation, the right time comes, and that tidal wave is coming. You tie everybody down.
Okay.
Okay.
Cop's gonna start making nooses.
Oh gosh! No.
So that when it's ready, he can just start throwing them at people.
What if we cast like gust or something
Yeah,
to get
I'm-
us way past the storm?
I'm gonna try and do what I can to keep us moving
Mhm.
quickly.
Okay.
Even though there is no wind, I can
Make
keep.
them.
We've got the feather token, and I
Mhm.
can keep the boat moving with my own abilities. So
Okay.
I've got a lot of storm stuff.
I'm missing one of my spells.
Marlon can be up here with me. Bayleaf, are you?
I'm not really Well, the good news, Captain, is if the ship starts to sink, I can play a nice tune.
No. I had a feeling you were going to say something like that.
This is not
If
the
you start
Titanic.
playing music while we're capsizing, I'm going to use your lute as a bucket.
Oh no, we can't have that.
Okay, so we'll get you a bucket, a regular bucket,
Okay.
and you can help scoop water.
And
out
if anybody
of the
gets hurt,
Oh, yeah.
I can mend some wounds if I need to.
pond. Sure, we'll have you in standby.
Sure. Okay. This
Scratches.
not really a sailor, so to speak, but
Yeah.
making it work.
I can snare someone with a rope if they fall off. I can grab
Scratch
them.
his Capitan.
I don't know what you want to do in this situation. I have black water.
Yes, I hate water, really.
Okay.
It's strange that I'm a sailor and a pirate.
Wait a minute,
You're like Luffy from
He's more of a thief, so.
what's it called?
One Piece.
One Piece.
The
Can't
Copy
swim.
looks over it. Starts going, wait a minute. So if we're worried that the boat's gonna be back and forth, why don't we throw Obu overboard?
Why don't we throw your big butt?
No, we'll put you in your little tin can. Put it under the boat. Don't that thing swim?
Yeah, but it's not heavy enough to make any difference, unlike the weight of the boat.
No, you just stick its arms up, holding the bottom of the boat.
You want me to hold a whole ass boat?
Well, if you put your hands up, maybe you stop from leaning.
What?
No. If
This
we,
isn't the YMCA with the lobster. What are we doing?
I don't. If
You
she
guys-
lets go,
Yikes.
then she's gone. I don't.
You guys all do remember, too, that one of the arms is a drill.
Yeah. A claw and a drill.
I'm in, Captain.
Yikes.
Great.
Oh,
Well,
Like you forgot that one was a drill.
Scratches, stay with me on deck, and we'll keep you dry.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like you guys got somewhat of a plan. You guys do start, like, Kopic, you probably pick up on this too. He's like, you're a little bit taller than everybody, so you can catch the breeze a little bit before everybody else does. But it's that scent of rain. Like, you can smell it on the
Feel
air.
it in my bones. My
So,
arthritis
yeah.
is acting
Arthritis.
That's it, yeah, that's it.
up. My diabetes.
So, as you guys sail, you can see that the clouds do, in fact, begin to roll in. And...
Kopic's going to go up to see Flick as it starts to swell, and just offer to actually tie him and secure him in the crow's nest
all right.
if he wants it.
Yeah,
If we start kissing.
that sounds good.
You gotta get wet.
I'm going to give you about 20 feet, enough so if you do happen to fall, you won't hit the deck. But if you need to jump out, we can get you down. I don't want you just, 3 feet stuck in here.
Right. Sounds like a good idea. I like this.
So, I'm going to get him all
Take a break here.
lashed up. And
All right. And as you tie him up there and get him all prepped and the clouds start to roll in, that's where we're going to take our break for the evening.
All right.
So
Sorry,
make
guys.
sure you guys stick around with us for the second half of this and see how they weather the storm that is brewing here out on the ocean. They're not far away from their destination, so we'll see how this goes. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll see
all
you guys.
caused by Gleep learning to be a druid.
That's right.
Yeah.
The world is out of balance.
We're going to take a break and we'll see you guys very soon, so sit tight.
Storms are coming for.
So, the clouds begun to roll in, and
Soon.
When
I
will then
have-
be soon?
It's not incoming anymore.
I'm going to take
Is
our
that what that means?
Incoming.
very beautiful music off, because now the ship begins to sway. The wind picks up and intensifies, and the rain starts to fall.
Let the rain down and wake my trees.
And the storm
It's
is upon
raining
you.
men.
Thunder and lightning
It's raining men.
booming across the sky as the light seems to
dear.
glisten from the lightning, much like what Silas is used to with some of his magic. So the ship is starting to sway. The waves are increasing in size and slamming up against the side of the boat. It is pitch dark at night as this is all taking place. So what now is we are actually in a storm situation where we're going to do kind of like a skill challenge,
Oh god.
where you guys will be making skills
Yikes.
that help the situation based on what you guys would
Or
like to
hurt
do,
it.
or hurt the situation based on what the dice.
Before
Based on
things
that.
get really intense,
Okay.
I have a beautiful feature called Storm Guide.
Okay.
You gain the ability to subtly control the weather around you. If it's raining, you can use an action to cause the rain to stop falling in a 20-foot radius around you. So it's just straight dry.
So
I'm
half,
dry right now.
So half the ship is dry.
Right.
Okay.
Ended as a bonus action, so I'm going to keep it up.
Okay.
That's one of your features?
Yeah.
Wow.
If it's windy, you can use a bonus action each round to cause choose the direction of the wind that blows in a 100-foot radius sphere centered on you. I'm going to keep it just moving.
Is it that you can only control the wind and can you do both, or
Yes.
is it just one or the other?
The wind blows in that direction until the end of your next turn, and it doesn't cost anything.
So you're gonna just keep spending bonus actions to keep
All of my attention is focused on keeping this ship
Going the right
going.
way.
going. Okay.
So,
Great.
I want to nibble
Great.
on
and I'm
some
dry.
food.
Let me check one thing. I gotta
True.
grab my book.
If you want to see it, it's Storm Coast. Is that what you're looking at?
Ghost of Salt Marsh is the one
Oh,
I'm
okay.
using for this.
Something else.
Is that good? No,
I thought you wanted to check this.
No, this is something totally different. I'm just checking to make sure to see if I have.
I want to stand within his radius and just nibble on some food and just comment. This is kind of poetic. Beautiful.
Can I
So-
just take a bucket full of water and throw it at him?
You try, but the water doesn't. Is it like water just repels
just-
from you,
it just
or
Or is
says-
it just rain?
is it just
I think
rain?
it's just rain.
Yeah, you still splash him with the bucket.
Ah! Walk back over to where it was. Actually,
I'm
what
trying
I,
to keep us going here. Leave me alone.
what I would probably do is go over to that dry area,
Okay.
find somewhere to actually put a torch in,
Okay.
and light the torch to give at least a little light in that area
that's
where it's
smart.
dry.
Okay. Sure.
Set boat on fire.
So yeah, you get the torch set up. What's everybody else doing? It looks like the rest of the crew is just going over, and then when they see like ropes starting to come loose or something, one of them just runs out into the heavy rain and tries to retighten the ropes and try to redo the knots. There's a couple situations where the wind gets so strong it starts to let loose the sails a little bit in some instances, and some people have to go up and try to fix them on the masts and things. It's a pretty heavy storm. You don't think like it's not pushing hurricane,
Okay.
but it's a pretty fierce storm, and the waves are getting like there's some that are kind of creeping up there. To when they hit the boat, water just like splashes up onto most of the crew members, and you can feel the boat like just rocking back and forth, hearing the wood kind of crackle and shake upon the impacts of all this water. So who has? So you're trying to do that. That's just a spell. So that's just taking place. So it's keeping you going straight, keeping
Right.
your forward momentum going into. So I'm not going to make you roll anything for that.
Okay. But I probably can't assist with anything else.
Right. So you'd be just focused on making sure you guys don't get blown off course.
Yeah.
Essentially, right?
We're moving forward.
You're moving and you're
Try.
and just trying to get through the storm as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Which is also a good benefit. How would the rest of you like to contribute?
Copic's going to be running any rope he sees
Okay.
or anything that starts coming loose. Copic's running out there trying to tie it down.
Okay.
Going back to what Ursa showed him.
Okay.
Copic got blown up. I mean,
What would be a good check for that, you think, Copic?
Survival.
yeah, probably
Survival would be a
dexterity.
good one, maybe.
Okay.
Survival with the knot tying and stuff. Why don't you go ahead and your first contribution for the skill challenge will be a survival check from Copic as he's rushing around checking knots, making sure nothing's getting loosened up as the.
Don't ask me, I'm busy.
Oh no.
Oh.
1.
Nope. That is a 22.
22. Excellent. That mechanically counts as a success on the first part of the skill challenge. So yeah, Kopic's going around. He sees Dexter tying a haphazard knot in the just the massive weather, and he just kind of pushes him off to the side and reties it. And Dexter runs off to another knot. And he's trying to get situated, and everybody's kind of running around, and you're coming behind them and reattaching everything, pulling extra tight, making sure they're not coming loose.
Oh, how many
Yep.
listen to him traded?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that due to my past, I'm used to working with a team.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to help out with Lyden, put myself on point with seeing things that need to be done,
Okay.
and just giving direction to the crewmates. Like, hey, you go do this, you go do this.
Okay, so you kind of take a leadership role
Take
and
charge,
kind of
yeah,
take
since,
charge.
since the captain is busy.
So that would be more like a social skill, I believe. So it'd be more of a based off of your charisma.
Oh, that's terrible.
My wisdom's a plus
I was
0.
thinking of looking at stuff. I was like, ooh, perception.
well, if you want to do that, and then like
doesn't matter.
yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah, you can use yours based on. The only thing is, you guys as a team can't do the same check twice. Like you can't make a
Okay.
survival check anymore because
Yeah,
he
'cause he
covered
made
the
it.
survival part. So as a
Oh.
team, you guys got to pick different skills
Yeah.
to try to benefit
Yeah.
to the whole core. So you can go ahead and make a perception check, but then no one else will be able to make perception checks after this. So it'll be all based on you.
Okay.
And,
But you're looking up at the sails, seeing all these things blowing around.
And dice tray.
I know. That would be this one, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same.
Holy wisdom thing.
13, unfortunately, is going to come up short for this one. So you
It's
guys,
good to see that happen.
one success,
And
one
one
failure so
Wow.
far.
What else you got that's good?
There's a moment where you're looking around and outside the storm's starting to pick up even more now. It's like sheets of rain falling to where it's making it difficult for you to
What's
see.
nature?
You're in. I assume you're in the dry area. This is
You don't
being
have
rained
dark
on.
vision, do you?
I don't know. Do I have dark vision? I don't think so.
I don't think halflings do actually.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Yeah.
So that would make it
It'd make it hard for you to see too in the
Yeah.
dark. He did light a torch, but
But that's only really
yeah.
coming
And
up.
actually, one of the sails to the front of the ship on the front mast, without you catching it, it starts to rip and tear a little bit, and then that tear actually becomes visibly noticeable after a little bit of time. If you would have caught it ahead of time, you guys might would have been able to fix something on it. But now you got one sail that has this really big rip in it in the front, and it looks like it's kind of flapping a little bit out of control in the front, where Silas is just pushing the wind that way. So we got one success and one failure on the skill challenge. What about Silas? I know you're doing the wind thing, but we could count that as a check if you want to roll something for it. Do you think we got something that's not perception or survival that would work for that? That you
Nature, maybe?
think nature could do it? Yeah,
All right, is nature or arcana maybe better for you?
it could be Arcana since you're using magic to do it.
Arcana's +7.
Right, but he's the one casting the
No,
spell.
I am surprisingly good at
Like
nature
I'm
checks.
open for whatever you
Yeah.
guys want to try. It's basically this gives you an opportunity to look at your skills, decide what you want
I
to
love
do.
that I picked my highest and I
And
did
try it.
horribly.
So skill checks aren't considered ability checks, right?
They are considered ability checks because it's based on your abilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one thing that I forgot I had. If I don't like my roll, sorcerers can re-roll.
With a sorcery point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally forgot about that.
All right. Yeah.
So nature check. Well, good, because that was a nat 1.
Oh no.
Plus
about the
5.
capsize?
So no,
Spend
I'm
that
gonna
point.
re-roll it. Let me read that to make sure. Natural guidance. When you make an ability check that fails, you can spend 1 sorcery point re-roll. Yep.
Okay. You can do it.
Do better than a 1.
So you're channeling your the magic of the storm within you and around you.
Okay, yeah, I still failed it though.
Oh,
That's not
no.
good. That's an 8.
8. That's 2 fails to 1 success.
Come on, Abu.
Okay.
So Silas, you're focused so much that you're keeping that wind focused, and you're just like, oh, I gotta push it harder. Gotta get this ship through the wind, through
That
this.
works together. That's
And-
why you ripped my sail.
And then the sail rips worse, and it's like out the front. The front sail is almost completely damaged on the front from all the wind.
Okay.
Go fix it, Abu.
I want to try something.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. So
Storm's picking up even worse. Lightning
Basically-
cracking above you, and thunder echoing throughout the whole
with
area.
my background
Yeah.
as being I can't remember what it was. It's like the word for adventure or whatever. Where I went around and I checked out stuff. I probably had to stitch my own wounds a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Could I potentially do a medicine check with my stitching to try to stitch up the sail?
Well, the sail's wouldn't be a medicine, I don't think.
Would be dexterity.
It'd be more based on your dexterity probably because of, so I would say, and you're going to have to like climb up there, so I'd say this would be more an acrobatics check for you to be able to go up there and nimbly be able to stitch the sail back
I can
together.
try it out.
You can try it. Go
I can
ahead.
Try it.
Use make an acrobatics check.
22.
22.
22.
It's a
22.
success.
Thank God.
So as Silas kind of tears the sail, and part of it's kind of hanging down, just flapping, you rush to it, grab it with one hand, you kind of get yourself situated, and you start just climbing up the mast. You hang upside down on one of the wooden posts, and you start stitching it through. And you're catching it very well. It's hard with Silas continuing to keep the wind blowing on you. So you're like, you're flapping away, you're like swinging back and forth, but
Well, I can stop it while she's.
you can do that, yeah.
Yeah, I can stop
I'm
it
so
for a minute while
nauseous.
you're trying to fix it and then start it up again.
Sure, absolutely. So,
Okay.
and
Medicine check to hold the bucket under over. She
you're
hurls.
stitching it. It takes you a little while, but you're getting it through, and the storm just picks up and intensifies. You guys are swaying back and forth. Waves are starting to actually get up over the deck and start to crash over the deck and sweep across. Some of the water, now you're just stopping the rain. Does that stop the waves from dampening that area? Or
No,
does that,
it's
okay.
just rain.
Right, okay, so the rain has stopped, but the water from the waves kind of crashing over seem to soak the deck a little bit.
Yeah.
Make it hard for all of you to
You didn't
keep
see
your
that?
keep your balance. The torch goes out as some of the water, a wave comes over it, just puts the torch out, leaving you guys in darkness again as the ship continues to list back and forth. Hear the beating of the waves up against the hull.
I cast produce flame.
Pretty funny. Okay.
My hands.
On your hands? Okay,
Yeah.
so there is illumination as Obu crawls down from the mast in the front. Anybody have anything? Now that we finished that, we can do like a second round if anybody has any additional things that they would like to try. You don't have to. Because right now we're at a 2-2 tie.
What does that mean?
What else could we do? Are we
You
still
said
having
it's-
a hard time seeing?
It's dark. You can see that Obu is lit up. She's glowing a little bit.
Can I cast Fairy Fire on any creature in the area?
Okay.
Well,
It
how's
doesn't
that
make
work?
light, does it?
It has a dim light for 10 feet.
I mean, I can just do dancing lights.
That would help. Yeah.
Okay.
That's better.
If we
I don't
need
have
it.
that.
Yeah. I don't think it is concentration. It's only a minute too, so that's not that helpful.
No.
If I was to light something, if I was to light a torch or something on fire, would the rain put it out?
If you're outside of the rain radius where it's being
It would-
suppressed, yeah, it would
I
probably
could
most
use-
likely. It's really heavy, like it's a downpour.
What if I was to use like lantern oil on it? Want to keep it going a little longer? Like I'm assuming under the deck there must be, or in the captain's quarters, there's probably lanterns in there. as
There are
opposed to-
lanterns. Yeah, it would probably stay lit for
Like
a little
a
while, but
glass
if
lantern can hold up.
the water mixes with the oil too much, it might kind of nullify it a little bit and make it not work as well.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
what Cop's necessarily think. Cop's going to run to wherever there's a lantern,
Okay.
take a couple of his arrows out, wrap a strip of cloth around it. I could have sworn I turned mine against the left side of it. Get just 4 arrows, wrap them with cloth,
Okay.
soak them in the lantern oil, have Obu light them, and just fire 4 arrows out into, like from the dry area, out over the front of the boat as far out as I can,
Okay.
just to see what's coming up in front of us.
Okay. Yeah, you go out there without a problem. You get them to light up. Now it's a little hard to get them lit up. You have to go in that area that.
Right, that's it. Right beside Silas.
As soon as you run out there, the rain definitely suppresses them a little bit because it's the oil's fighting to stay lit. You toss them out there, but just the way the visualization is very difficult because just imagine you shooting a bow and arrow in pitch
In a
darkness,
downpour.
in a downpour. It just kind of disappears, and you don't really get any radius of light whatsoever. It's very hard to see, but you can, and the boat is just like all around moving. You hear people shouting back and forth. Sometimes you can't even hear what they're saying because of just the mass of wind and waves just gripping all around you, so to speak, from the ocean.
How full is our boat? Is it taking on like a massive amount of water, or?
Surprisingly enough, you we'll just go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
This isn't part of the skill challenge.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
you
just-
just looking around.
I want to roll to intimidate the rain.
You're gonna intimidate the rain. You
19.
shouted-
Receive the rain.
19. With what Silas is doing, he's moving the ship quick enough that it's not really taking on a lot of water. Some of the rain is like going down the steps into the inner, like, lower decks, but no more than what would be expected. So it's actually,
Alright, so I don't
and
need
actually
to store water.
him suppressing the rain a little bit is helping not to fill up most of the area with it. So that was actually a really good idea. And honestly, a little bit of time passes and the rain starts to let up. And the thunder starts to get a little bit distant. As you guys can start to see like a little bit of a blue glow off of the horizon there, like where the clouds are like breaking up, and you guys can start to see visual again. And eventually the storm does let up. And things are still again.
Oh
The
no,
eye
we're
of
in
the
the middle. We're
storm.
in the middle.
Never turn your back on it.
But yeah, you guys are out of that storm.
Is the
And
horizon clear as far as we can see?
you do see stars, so you can see that the clouds have cleared.
Right, not looking up, not
Alarms
looking
are
like
going off.
straight up. Looking out this way.
Oh.
An alarm's going off.
Yeah.
I think
It's
it's
a toy.
Oh,
That's a toy.
you get used to it.
Yeah, it looks like any other night that you would have a clear night sailing. It seems like the storm probably took, this one probably took about 40-45 minutes within everything that you guys were doing. But you guys were able to get through it okay, and you actually increased or decreased the time it took you guys to get through that with what you were doing. So it definitely did help. So here is what, let's see what this means.
50-50 is not good.
No,
Okay.
this is terrifying.
So
Half of our ship is destroyed.
right in the middle. So unfortunately, the ship does not come out of the storm unscathed. There was some damage that was taken. So the total damage is going to be 4d10 damage to every element of the Emerald Fate. So you know how on that character sheet, I don't know if you guys still have the character sheet for the Emerald Fate, but it had like the hull had its own hit points,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the helm had its own hit
I
points.
don't have that.
So this is going to come off of those hit points from each one. Oh, I rolled 3 1s. You guys are so lucky on that. So that's only every compartment only takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Or wait, hold on. No, I rolled 4s. It's 10s. Excuse me. I apologize. I have to re-roll.
Sure.
I rolled a 1 again.
Yay!
So
And then 3 9s.
Yeah.
23 points. That's more like it. 23 points of bludgeoning damage to each one of those
I can't find
elements
that character
of your. You can't find it?
We'll get a new one. I don't know.
Fine. I've got it saved too. So if you guys just like take a note that every part took 23
it.
points of damage
Yeah, I think you have.
through that storm, just from the waves crashing up against things and just the high winds and putting rips in your sails and all kinds of things. That has also hurt.
Good thing we need a new boat.
We're
Failure.
not going to road on to steal one.
So and the crew's quality score decreases by 1, so you guys are down to 16 on your quality score. So it's by
Somebody
6. You're looking around. It seems like everybody's still here.
Okay.
No one.
Where's Glee?
Okay.
wanna
During the
shout.
storm.
I'm gonna shout, huzzah!
But yeah, you guys seemingly made it through the storm without losing any crew. You took some damage.
Yeah.
But you made it through without losing any crew, and everybody seems to be pretty safe and sound.
What
at the
a-
moment.
And then the storm hits again.
That's it.
I'm gonna sit and, or not sit, but just not say anything to anybody. Kind of dissatisfied look.
Okay. While you're sitting there, Marlon comes up and sits next to you. He produces a pipe.
Yeah.
Kind of smokes a little bit. You've seen him do it from time to time.
I might have a fight.
That was pretty good, Captain.
It could have been better. Didn't go the way I wanted it to, but hey, it's alright.
So, the rain just kind of does what you tell it to sometimes.
Yeah, that kind of started all a long time ago with my whatever I can do, all this magic. Just
Seems like it's getting more powerful.
every day. It's changing too. Gets good at some stuff, and I'll lose powers in different ways. And I used to be able to do things without saying anything. Can't do that anymore. And now I can do that.
What do you think it means?
Whatever this storm, wherever we got our powers from, is unstable, chaotic, crazy. We're just byproducts of something bigger, I guess.
Marlon kind of takes his hand and kind of puts it on your shoulder for a moment. He's like, I've had the pleasure of being on a few ships, but haven't ever run into somebody that had quite special talent that you have.
Son.
Son Goku.
Brother.
Well, not for hire.
A typical Silas response.
That's
There you
it.
go. That's pretty Silas right there.
So, this place that we're going, do you have any idea what it's like where we're going?
Well, half people, that's all I know.
Half people. The short ones.
If I
Yeah.
heard
I think
that,
that
I was
was
like
direct.
glaring daggers in the back of your head.
Halfling, excuse me.
I can say I've never been there, so I don't know what to expect. I just didn't know if you were.
I try not to go to the same place twice, so
That's kind of been my take on life too.
seen it once. All good.
All right, well,
So you're not ever welcome back anyway.
Let's go get some ale.
all right.
Probably the case.
Sounds like a good plan. We go down and
Well, I'm gonna open a cask
okay.
for everybody to have some ale.
All right, so you guys are enjoying some ale. Captain's passing out ale out of some barrels.
Oh
now.
no! I
Was that-
opened it,
Oh, you just
and all the cups are there, but I just like nod my head over and let people know that it's open.
I want to bring Bailey.
Kopic
some
is
ale.
staying up on the
Bailey
deck.
some ale.
I'm gonna bring him some ale.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I have all of my little hair doodads.
Well, your hair looks
She
nice.
got all cute
Thank
first.
you.
Just dripping wet.
yeah, you know what? That's it.
My makeup is running everywhere, assuming I have makeup.
Crying mascara.
Thank
So
you.
it was good to make it through that storm.
Yes. You know,
Don't you feel lucky to be alive? Wink, wink.
Something wrong with your eye?
I probably got something in it. It's
Yeah,
probably
I think
rainwater.
Salt water maybe from
Yeah,
the ocean.
you know. Splashing everywhere.
Get all irritated and dry.
Yeah, yeah. Like when I was thrown overboard a couple of days ago. I still haven't recovered.
Yeah, are you guys okay? I mean, I noticed that you guys tend to argue a lot, you and that the tall Goliath when the Kopic, yeah.
You know, we're not the best right now, but after I win, we will be.
Where did you meet him anyway? I mean,
So when I was coming out of my town, you know, trying to find a certain someone for some certain wrongdoings that they did to me, you know how the story goes.
yeah.
Well,
So
An
you're
ex-boyfriend.
currently on an expedition for revenge?
I am on an expedition for revenge.
Oh.
The
Right.
heartiest revenge.
Oh.
The most swift revenge.
Like, are you talking like murder? You're trying
If it comes to that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I'm
That
pretty.
is intense.
I'm a pretty ballsy kind of gal.
Right.
Well, basically, I was trying to get some answers, and he stopped me, and well, somehow we became party mates, sort of friends sometimes,
Yeah.
frenemies at the moment.
Frenemies. Yeah, that seems like a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a win.
You know what I mean?
I'm a
It
win.
seems like you both enjoy trying to win
Mm.
from one another.
Well, I ain't a quitter. I'm a winner.
Oh, very good. What's with all the extra flair?
I like baubles.
Baubles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right,
Are they
okay.
speaking in Common or Elvish?
Are you speaking in Common or Elvish?
Common.
Common, okay, yes.
She works at Fridays. She's a server.
She works at
Well, I do like it. Yeah, it is a little wet and.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we're in, up on a boat. It's kind of par for the course.
Right.
Yeah. Also, these are my druidic totems. I have, little. I thought it was really annoying to kind of carry them around, so I decided to keep them close.
So you've always been in tune with nature?
Yeah, always.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, except when I was like, a tiny baby. Like, you don't know how to do anything then.
Yeah, right. I didn't know how to play a lute when I was a baby either.
Yeah.
This is painful.
It is painfully awkward, and I love it.
Good talk.
But right, yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. Do you know? So I guess we're going to a place called Knollbun.
I think it's Knoll Ass.
Knoll Ass. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard a few of the crewmates say that. I'm not really sure. All I know is we're going to go help Willow, and
Oh.
Willow is a dear friend of mine. So wherever we go,
What does she need help with?
that's really her story to tell.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well, maybe I'll ask her.
Okay,
Okay.
you do that.
All right. I'm gonna drink this ale and play a little song.
I'm gonna drink this ale too.
All
Not
right.
not your ale, my ale.
It
And
hurts.
I want to stand there and sip the ale.
Okay, you're just standing there looking at each other.
I'm gonna look over at this point and give her a massive.
And I want to put behind my cup, be like, and then end scene.
Okay, you got it.
Get me out of there.
Sure. If anybody else wants to take a scene, you're.
Yeah.
Kopic
Bubbles.
has stayed up on deck because
Uh-huh.
Captain and everybody else left
Yeah.
to go down and get drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Just abandoned the ship to.
We're tired.
Well, I would say there's probably some crew members up there.
Oh
with
no,
you.
the goblins did not come downstairs.
Well, one is tied upstairs. Who knows what
Yeah.
Druid Boy's doing?
Yeah.
So you're gonna trust Druid Boy to steer the ship?
You can't touch
I
the
mean,
wheel.
what
He
are we
can't
gonna do?
even- reach the
Lina's
wheel.
probably up there.
He's
on the
like
helm
this.
right
And
now.
Kopic would take over and let her go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she just goes and she would probably just stand up towards the front of the ship, kind of keep another lookout, just to make sure that nothing's out there, and make sure she's kind of currently she's trying to make sure that the ship didn't get knocked off course somehow. And she's looking up at the stars and just.
Aren't you navigator?
I'm a map maker.
But Lina's trained in
Good
that
talk.
too, so she can.
Do you know how to steer the ship?
Kopic's just having fun.
After about 30 minutes, Lina's like, Kopic, I'm working here.
You hear my hair jingling in the distance.
What
So
Kopic
Reef.
ended up doing is just taking some of his rope and just literally getting the wheel situated,
Mhm.
tie. So one arm, basically, I'm picturing having the spokes coming out of it.
Mhm.
Tie one, put a spoke straight up, tie one side to that side of it, one side to the other,
Keep it
and
straight.
knot it so that it can't turn.
Just keep it
Yeah,
straight
keep
on.
it dead straight.
All right, cool, yeah.
Then he's going up to the front of the boat where he usually sleeps and just laying down.
Sure. But I'll go ahead and let you guys know that there are no other generated encounters until you reach Knollbun. But the benefit of having the feather token is it takes you 2 less days to
Sweet.
travel from what you originally anticipated. So, it's a total of 22 days that you guys have been at sea.
3, 8, 18. So you said 23?
22 would be a total of 22 days.
19, 20, 21,
We
22.
get there on the 10th of Marpanoff.
10th of Marthanon.
Leaf fall 10.
And you're going to arrive, it's going to be about 9, 10 a.m. whenever
Okay.
you guys pull into the port area of Knollbun.
I want to make sure everyone's on deck that day. Nobody's taking a shift beneath.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have Scratches go up with one of the goblins to the crow's nest to keep watch for any ships that might be coming or going from whatever harbor we're headed towards.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You got it. All good?
I don't know if you were interjecting me or
It's
anything.
It's coming at you.
Okay.
There you
Gopika's drinking what's left of that cask. Just
Right.
chugging it at 9 a.m.
Yeah,
That's right.
great.
I want to convince Bailey to let me learn how to play the lute.
Oh, God.
Okay. Make
Boyfriend's guitar.
a persuasion check.
Here's wonderful.
Eventually, convincing it.
You're really wasting
Is that
time because we have to save all half
Persuasion,
people.
yes.
Oh, that was almost a nat 1, but it's a 20 now, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Ah.
Nice. Yeah.
It rolled so slowly.
You kind of flirt with him a little bit, and it gets him to flirt in an obu way. You get the idea that he's about as just socially awkward as you are. I mean,
It's great!
he's very charismatic. He's just for some reason doesn't know what to say to you. Like he struggles with because he struggles with answering your questions and then and you're keeping the conversation moving. He struggles. But
Good, because I do too.
but it's almost like a match made in heaven there with the difficulty you guys have.
We're both throwing finger guns.
Yeah, that's it. Continuing the social encounter. But he does eventually, start to show you a couple things, like where to put your fingers on the neck to kind of play some chords and stuff. Go ahead and make a performance check as you're learning and see how well you pick up on things.
19.
19? You learn how to play like 3 chords.
Dang!
To make
I can
up
play
a-
Wonderwall like
within the next.
nobody's
Yeah,
business.
you could, yeah.
Let's
I
not
mean-
get crazy. You know smoke on the water. You're...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's going to take lots of practice for you to get to where you're super proficient with it, but it's the transitioning that's the hardest part. You get a chord, you get it in shape, you can make it sound really good, but then switching your fingers, getting that next formation is the part that's the difficulty. But yeah, you make some chords, and he teaches you basically 3 chords of a sea shanty that he learned at some point. That's a really simple.
Bumble in the alley. Way, hey.
Right. And eventually you guys hear scratches and the goblins. Both goblins are up there with them. They're kind of like all crammed in up there.
Oh, good.
And they're shouting that you guys have already started to see land. So you guys got the land hoe and everything. And the way this place works is it's kind of like there is a bay that kind of comes in a little bit. So you guys make your way kind of sailing into a bay area. And you're on this, it looks like a pretty shallow bay from what you can see. Like there's areas where you can actually see down and see like the bottom. But it's enough that your large vessel can still, you don't want to go fast, but with a steady pace, you'll be able to make it no problem. There's a lot of ships, but they're not necessarily huge ships. I'm talking about things like what are called like keel boats. They are single masts. What would be
like a fishing truck.
Imagine a fishing boat, like a larger fishing boat, but not like an enormous boat. There's a lot of them out here in the bay.
Okay.
There's a lot of rowboats out as well, because in this bay area, there's not like waves. There's not like a ton of water like forcing back through there. And you can see in the distance, you can see Knollbun. And you can see the port. Knollbun is actually a pretty decent size city. And there's a massive stone wall that kind of goes around it. It's kind of built on a hill. And at the top of the hill, you can see there is what seems to be a large castle that sits atop the hill that overlooks the other part of Knollbun as it kind of just tapers down this larger hill. And it's still in the distance there as you guys are sailing across the port. But as you get closer to the port, you notice that there are 2 other ships that are at port at Knollbun currently. There's one that looks like it's about a little bit smaller than the Emerald Fate. And it looks like that there are about 9 different docks at this port set up. A couple of them are longer docks. Then you got a couple in the middle that are about medium size, and then you have a few docks at the end that are shorter for smaller vessels. Okay. In the middle area is where this one ship is docked that looks a little bit smaller than the Emerald Fate.
Right.
We're going
On
shopping.
one of the biggest ones to the left is one of the, you guys are going to pass like the biggest ones first. You can see a massive sailing vessel that is at port. It's made out of something that from a distance it looks jet black. And you can see the glimmer and reflection of gold adornments reflecting the sun's early morning light off of it.
This ship is my aesthetic.
Let's
go.
I'm going to lean over to Lyda and say, Lyda,
yes.
would it be improper to dock the ship next to that large vessel?
I don't believe it would be totally improper. Normally, they will send out a ship and give us instructions on where to.
Okay.
They usually send somebody out onto the
We'll
bay.
follow
and
customs.
larger places like this. I mean, I've never, to be honest, I've never been here, so I don't know what exactly they'll do. But
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Say
I mean,
we want spot 2 when they come and ask us.
okay.
Dock 2.
Dock 2?
Yeah, see what they do. Maybe I don't know if it'll work. We'll try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Anybody else doing anything in the meantime while you guys are... You're still a little ways off, but...
After the goblins have called up that they see this, I'm going to look up and see if I can sort of flag it Flick and see if I can get his attention.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
lobster.
Give him a little gesture at Gleep and go, now! See if he'll toss. See if I can get him to toss Gleep.
Okay. So when you say now, and you did that,
But,
you see him go... and then all of a sudden, like, he disappears for a moment because you're looking up at it and you don't really see him. And you see, like, Scratches is up there, and Scratches is, like, looking off into the distance, you know, scoping out all the ships, and all of a sudden you see Flick pop up again, look back down at Kopik and smile, and you can see he's missing several teeth. And he gets a frying pan and just goes, FING! And just hits Gleep on the back of the head, and you just go, and he looks back down.
Knocked out.
Do I see any of
And
this?
Scratches just kind of like looks over and is like, and then continues to do what the captain asked him to do. And,
Kill each other.
we don't have brother fighting brother.
you do notice that you're getting close to a couple of these keel boats, and it looks like one of them has just like 3 individuals on it, and they're pulling up these massive nets off the side, and you can see there's these nets are filled with something.
Javier.
And as he's pulling it up and pulling it out, you can see from a distance they look like a lobster, but they're blue.
Snakes.
All right, any halflings in that?
Lobster.
You don't see any
lobsters.
halflings.
So it's
Oh, maybe they live in the
Oh, that's
water.
blue crab.
Mhm.
I believe I'd be anxiously just pacing.
Okay, just actually okay.
Just ready to go.
Yeah.
Kopik's looking to see if he sees any Goliaths as we're pulling in towards us.
I mean, you see, it looks like mainly human individuals. You do see some boats that have elves, a few half elves. You even see a couple with halflings on them. You don't catch any Goliaths, but it does look like a variety of races and genders present out here at least out in the port area, the bay. And it looks like everybody's just working. It looks like everybody's just fishing.
Still hanging out with Bayleaf, wait until we dock.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk up to Silas. Weren't we told that there were like panic and terror, and there was supposed to be people trying to flee to get away from here? This really sort of looks like Tuesday.
Tuesday. It does look.
Wait, look
Not
at that
Doomsday.
work.
Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just working.
Maybe where Willow is from is not here, but this is close.
She.
Didn't they say people were trying to like
Something happened to her.
indentured
head.
servitude to like
Do
ferry
we have to?
boats?
Do you have to hit her in the head? Do I have to
No,
yell at her?
no.
Do I have to yell at her to make her brain better again?
Words could help.
Okay.
Words can heal.
Kopik's gonna run and find. Kopik's going to find Willow.
You're fighting.
Okay, Kopik, you see Willow anxiously, like just pacing around the deck, and you catch up.
Kopik's gonna sort of fall for a moment and wait till get to that point where she's starting to turn back, sort of jump out in front of her right in her face.
What?
I'll fix your brain.
Nothing's wrong with my brain. What's wrong with you?
Well, you said we had to come here. People would be in charge and have to save them, but
We have to find them.
I go dun dun dun.
Kyle just starts
Bailey's
pointing
like,
at-
that's pretty good.
Kyle starts just randomly pointing at halflings.
I'm so proud.
Oh, what on that? But look, he got a blue thing in his neck.
Okay, there's lots of halflings around here.
It looks like as they're getting that net up, and you guys are kind of past them now, but it looks like they're all like in the boat. They're celebrating. Like one of them's like holding up this it's like a huge blue lobster. It's just like they're like cheering and celebrating and like putting the. lobsters in a crate and
Maybe the storm brought in some new lobsters. That's weird.
everything.
The blue lobsters.
Have we ever seen a lobster before?
You have one.
We got a
The
metal
winking
one.
Yeah, you
shrimp.
have one.
The
Yeah,
winking shrimp
Hey.
probably served lobster.
yeah they probably did. Yeah.
That looks like my home. Well, my apartment.
Yeah, I mean, you guys move in and you
Sure, all that.
start to get closer, and there is a keel boat that does kind of sail out towards your direction. It looks like it's coming from the area of the port,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like it's coming directly towards you.
Sure. Everybody get ready to fight. No, I'm just kidding.
Copper
But,
shut the shirt out now on the front of the bow like this.
no. Lida's got it. Thank you.
Oh.
So eventually that keelboat does approach, but it's approaching rather slowly. So you guys get a better look at where you can see the port now. It's a little bit easier to see. There's that large ship. There's that other ship ported. But another thing that you notice now that you get closer is there are several people. Some of them like on the docks. It looks like they have belongings, backpacks, luggage, just like sitting in piles. And it looks like it's kind of like going to Best Buy on Black Friday.
They're just camping out.
They're just camping out,
Yeah.
all on the port, everywhere. Maybe hundreds of different people.
Well, there you go, Kopic. You found them.
I want to comment to him. Be like, I guess you can find a cook somewhere in there.
Awful. You're all awful.
Oh, soup.
Just saying.
Wait a minute.
I mean, I'm not saying I condone it or like
No, we're not.
support it, but like we could find a cook.
We're gonna hire somebody.
I mean, we could pay them, or we could take them.
There
I
are
don't
I don't think somebody's
there
gonna
is
let
a
us.
small line that seems to be forming near the smaller sailboat,
Mhm.
but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It's just like there's a line there. People are just waiting. Looks like a variety of different races of people.
And
just
nobody's
waiting.
getting on the big ship.
There is a line in front of it, and you can see as you start to get closer, there's like a table set up, and it looks like a few individuals sitting behind a table.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like they're just communicating with the people that are waiting in the line, and it doesn't look like it's really moving right the second.
Yeah.
But as you get closer, you might be able to keep your eye on it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Can we
if
see what
anybody's
they're...
getting on.
Are they wearing any regalia or anything?
You do notice that the ship does sport the black ship has a flag, and speaking with Lida knows exactly that is a Radamian naval military vessel.
Well, shit.
Great.
Well,
We got
Yeah.
a new boat.
There you go. See, we didn't have to go everywhere.
Because they are from Rodam, so they know that ship and its markings.
Yeah.
They-
Well, are we gonna have any issue parking next to the ship?
I mean,
Did we change the name of the boat?
We did them
it's-
as much masking as we could, Captain. I
Yeah.
don't think I mean, unless somebody recognizes that they didn't have,
You guys didn't have any direct involvement with the Navy.
well, I mean, we were commissioned by the naval officer, but,
Right.
I mean, this wasn't,
But you're like
we're
contractors.
We're third party.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Well, now you're fourth party.
That's right. So I think we've masked it enough that we should be okay, unless somebody recognizes someone specifically. But I don't know that I know anyone that
Great.
would recognize me.
We're gonna.
Can we take the ship?
You want to take it? I
Why
don't.
not?
Well, I mean, I think maybe we need to figure out what this place is all about first. What if they have like a really massive security force here in Knollbun?
What if the DM wrote pages and pages on the city? We just leave.
I think that sounds like a hazard of the jaw. I don't know what this DM thing you're talking about is, but let's just go, kill all them, load all the half people onto the boat, and then
And
we leave.
leave. Yeah, sure, great. No.
Well, the keel boat approaches.
Yeah.
Lida, you want Lida to do the talking?
Please.
So
Yes.
Lida approaches, and basically, without going, over the top, the place demands that, they want you. They originally want you to dock in Bay 4.
Right.
Lida is like, Captain specifically requested dock 2, if that could be possible.
Mm.
And to see what happens.
Persuasion here.
Why do we want to park next to them?
That's right on the bubble. Something more
Because then
again.
we can put a piece of wood between them and then run over and tap.
Well, I don't think that would be a problem. We don't have anybody scheduled to come in for another 3 or 4 days. There is a higher tax because it's a longer dock.
How much is the fee?
The fees are 50 gold pieces per day,
God!
with 25 gold tax upon those fees.
So 75 gold a day?
Mm-hmm.
What about for this?
So what about for Dock 4?
What's that?
What about Dock 4?
Dock 4 would be 40 gold a day, with 20 gold tax.
So 60 or 75, which is not that much of a difference.
It's not much.
I need money.
I don't know how much money I have. I don't think
Mrs.
I-
Moneybags over here says she doesn't have any money
Wait,
either.
apparently I do have money.
I threw
Oh, yeah?
I'm not telling the captain that though.
It's my time to pay for it.
You're the captain.
You're the captain.
You're the captain.
Thanks, guys.
Self-appointed.
It's true.
If you want to give somebody, I don't know, second mate status, they might be willing.
Clyde is doing a great job. He's first mate, just saying.
He's
Okay.
first mate.
Yeah, I'm first mate.
He's first mate.
She's quartermaster.
Can I be half master?
Sure. You can be master of the half people.
Master.
I don't
Nice.
think. I think that Willow has autonomy for herself. Thank you very much.
Apparently you're a half person now. I didn't say it, she did.
I did not say anything.
I said half person, you said
Dock
Willow.
2,
Team
please.
Willow.
Yes. Make sure you bring it in slow, Captain.
Will do.
Hit the gas.
And make sure you
Run over everybody.
make sure you meet up with Dockmaster Devlin, who will be in charge of your vessel. Okay. And he kind of moves on, and that ship is a little bit. The keel boats are a little bit quicker because they're not as heavy, so he's able to kind of swing out and get kind of in front of you guys and start heading back towards the vessel. If anybody would like to you can all make perception checks as you get closer to port and closer to Dock 2.
Will,
All right.
24.
Nice.
Natural
11. You're focused on all the people like camping out
24.
there and
I'm focused on
Okay.
Bayleaf.
yeah, is that 24?
20. We'll both, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
5.
5. Yeah. You're plotting your next way of tossing Obu off of the vessel.
Did I see him signal to Flick to hit Gleep? Did I see any of that?
What were you doing at that time? Trying to
I was
remember.
talking to Bayleaf, learning guitar.
Probably not if
Probably
you were
not.
talking to Bailey.
Yeah.
Complete tunnel vision.
Yeah. You two, as you get closer to Dock 1, where that massive, and you get closer, and it's not painted black. It's a wood that is so dark that it appears black, and it's trimmed with gold. And you can see that the ship has beautiful font on the back of it. It says "The King's Grace."
Great.
Oh,
Is the name of the ship.
fantastic. We're not stealing.
I feel like we'd be a little bit opposite of inconspicuous.
I'm already thinking about alternate names.
I mean, it's a very, very nice vessel. You can see that the captain's quarters of it in the back are very large and roomy. In the back of it, it looks like it has a very elegant, platform, very carved, interesting aesthetic.
Mhm.
Almost a twist of that elven curves, and it just looks very beautiful. With yet a contrast that's kind of dark in the same sense. And you can see up at the top by the helm, there is a pretty stout humanoid individual that looks like they are covered in white fur with black tiger stripes.
I thought we
And
found
it
a
looks
Yeti.
like a humanoid tiger that
Ooh.
has a captain's hat on.
Weird cat.
And is wearing this very, very nice naval captain attire with the ruffles in the front.
How big's the
and
feather?
everything. It's a nice feather. It's
Can I look at scratches?
Does it look like an owl feather?
It does not look like an owl feather to you from this range. It looks very plumy and fluffy. Yeah.
Can I look to Scratches and ask him if he knows if he knows that this guy's a tabaxi and if he knows like what clan he's from or just anything about him?
He's like looking, he's squinting as you're pointing him out, and it does not look like a tabaxi to me. At least none that I have seen. Because you guys rolled, because you two rolled so high, as you're getting closer, that captain starts smoking a pipe, and you can see that there's something strange about the way his hand is attached to the rest of his body. Like it's almost as if his hand is backwards, like this.
Yeah.
And he's smoking the pipe, and his fingers are going this way, and then he brings the pipe down. So he's like
robot hand.
His hands are backwards.
Just joint, yeah.
Both of them, or just?
From what you can see, both of them. It's like they bend the opposite direction. The palm is here.
Yeah.
And the back of his hand is actually down here. The closer you get. And you guys guide in.
Spontaneously bomb.
And you guys can see, also standing next to him is what looks to be like a gray-skinned individual that looks like they have fire on their head. There is a fire burning on the top of their head, but it seems like it's not bothering them a bit.
Put out fire!
It actually looks like their hair.
I want to try to
So
do
the
produce
male,
flame
female?
on my head next.
Looks male.
I want to see if I can do produce flame for my scalp.
No!
I'm gonna take my fire starter out.
Hog your totems.
You guys can see there is that
It just
line,
starts.
that's leading up to there's like a table before you can get onto the dock. There's a lot of boxes on the dock too, and it looks like a few members, and they all look like they're wearing kind of like similar attire. Like it looks like kind of like a leather armor, but it has these glistenings of the colors of Rodam on their shoulders and things like that. So it looks very like this is standard issue military, kind of like an army person wearing camouflage.
Right.
You know, they're standard military garb, and they look like they're loading crates up onto the ship, and it looks like they're unloading some massive crates off of the vessel as well. While there's a table set up, you can see around the table there's a massive, what looks to be orc individual with pretty heavy armor standing next to the table, and it looks like there is an elegant half-elf with chin held up high, sitting at the table and a bunch of parchment and documents, and beside them is it looks like a dwarf at first, but it's very bright white beard, and it looks like the dwarf has very dark skin tone, like almost obsidian looking, and he has a cloak on over top of his military garb, and he's got his hood up, and he's standing right next to that individual at the table, and it looks like they're talking. You guys are too far away, you can't hear the conversation, but it looks like they're kind of talking
Can I
and
see
showing.
it with my observant
You
trait?
can.
I would like to pay attention to that.
So you're paying attention, and you can see that the individual that's standing there looks like to be a human male, probably about, your guess is anywhere between late 20s, early 30s, and is talking to this guy and saying, "Listen, is there any way that you can, if I sign on with the Rodam military, can you take more than 50 gold pieces to help get my family off?" And they're like, "No, unfortunately, the price is 250 gold per head. We will offer you the 50 gold discount if you sign on for a year of military service. I mean, look at this vessel. You get to sail on one of the finest vessels ever to set sail on the shores of any of these places." He's like, "Oh, it is a beautiful vessel. I do have... No, it's so many of us, though. There's no way I can get the discount on everyone?" "No, I'm afraid not. Unless, are your children able-bodied?" And he's like, "No, they're under 10. "Well, I'm sorry, 250 gold apiece." So it seems like he's trying to negotiate with this individual, and it's 250 gold a person.
Willow is just seething with rage right now.
And you're starting to get why all these people are camped out here, because they want out and can't afford it.
Yeah, because it's
It's
250
too
per
expensive.
head.
Yeah. And they're offering a 50 gold discount to any
To join
able-bodied
the military
to join
for
the
a year.
Rodamian military for a year.
What?
And they have
Balls.
contracts available. So you can sign right away.
You right over there, Will?
Let's kill the mayor.
No.
You want to kill the mayor? Let's kill the mayor.
Why are we going the mayor?
Because the mayor's letting all this happen. He's letting these
Well-
people come in here and
Maybe
indentured servitude.
somebody should take their lobster underneath the boat, put that
I'm
drill
assuming
a
I
couple
relayed
times in the
information
hole.
to them since they're
Sure.
talking about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
contemplating this very, very hard. Just
Okay.
completely, just taking the lobster, going over there and drilling holes in the bottom of their fancy ship.
Okay.
I think they'll hear it.
Still contemplating it. Well, you know what? If I can crawl out far enough into the ocean, they can't get me.
Kopic's gonna go downstairs to wherever the crew quarters are and find the cloak that the Baron gave him when he was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it sort of brushed off and cleaned off and put it on over his shiny gold armor.
Okay.
And he's gonna walk off wearing the colors of Westbridge.
Okay. Got Westbridge colors?
Interesting.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's gonna keep them in.
Willow? Are you comfortable walking out there right now? Do you want to be hidden? Do you?
Do I need to hide?
I don't think so.
They don't know me from any other halfling.
Do you know? You might know some of these people.
I'm assuming I can't see that far to recognize specific people sitting out.
You don't notice anybody specific.
Okay.
You do see other halflings, but none that
That I know.
these are people that I know.
Yeah.
Scary.
I'm assuming my people will be like somewhere else.
They could be.
They
Yeah.
don't like people.
It's true. True.
I put down my silk satin. I was gonna carry Willow like a
Okay.
child again.
Okay.
No, if we gotta hide her, we gotta put her in the bag.
Why we gonna put her in a bag? I got all these silks. What do you think I use them for?
Eventually, you guys see as you guys start to pull into the port, and they start to all these dock hands kind of come out and start to kind of rope the Emerald Fate tight
Yeah.
to the port and everything, and do all
I'm
the
gonna
work.
look over to Dexter and then take notes.
Right, Cal.
How much we charging a head?
What?
How much we charging a head? 200?
To get on their boat?
No, for them to get on ours.
Oh, I don't think we're charging anybody, if at all, or now.
Oh,
I think everyone wants to go drink and eat and sleep.
With your high passive perception, at the end of the dock where you guys are docking, there's already a line starting to form
At our boat,
at your boat.
guys, people are lining up to get on our boat.
And it looks like a lot of them in the front have like excited expressions on their faces.
They're
And
desperate.
they put, the what do they call it, the gangplank?
Mm-hmm.
They put that up on your ship, and this really large, round human male starts to make his way up. He's got these huge, like, with mutton
Mutton
chops
chops,
Yeah.
that come on
yeah.
the sides like this. He's got bald up here, but it kind of wraps around like that, and it just disappears and fades off. He's got this massive cigar in his
As
mouth.
he starts walking up to the deck, Captain didn't say you could come on, walking right over, punting back down the gangplank. Just like big boot style.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Are you gonna
No,
stop
no,
him?
Yeah.
Okay. They try to reach out
Dog
and stop
goes
you.
like, no.
Oh, hold up. Save that. We might need it.
I mean, look out! We look like a ball.
And he's walking up. You can see he's walking up. He looks like he might have been hurt in the past, and he's got like this strange, like he's dragging his right leg a little bit.
Hang on.
And he walks up. Yeah, kind of like the penguin. Yeah, that's right. And he's like, and
I need to
he
feed
looks
you.
at all of you. And he smiles. He's like grinning, looking at everybody. And, welcome to Knollbun.
Oh no.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Terrier.
All right. Well, we're here.
Michael.
We're ready to.
Michael Keltz.
Who are you?
Name's Delvin.
Oh, that's Dockmaster Delvin.
I'm the dock master. I'm in charge of this vessel and your port experience.
Yikes.
I hope that you had a safe journey.
We did. Dogmaster.
I refuse to talk to him.
I will not acknowledge.
Our crew has been at sea for a month, and we're ready for some well-deserved rest. Can you go ahead and help us get processed through so we can be on our way?
Shoot, Nate. You are made aware of the taxes that are due?
So, explain to me the taxes on top of the dock fee. Why is the tax so high?
Because the king of Knollbun says so.
Is this a recent change?
We're getting higher,
Ugh.
Cloud of smoke disappears out from the giant
I'm gonna
study.
close my eyes.
I cast Gust.
It blows out.
Don't catch me.
All right. Well, we're gonna if we can pay it ahead 2 days for now, and we'll come back if we're staying a third or more.
That's fair.
All right. I'm gonna hand over 150 gold pieces.
What do you want me to do about them? Are you planning on taking any with you? He points over to the line starting to form down there.
Our business is our own.
Well, hold up now. Why are all these people wanting to get out of here?
Thought you were
What's going
talking
on?
to him.
I am now because I disagree. I disagree with your not taking people thing.
Well, I didn't say I wasn't. I said our business is our own.
Well, these are all the people that keep on flooding in.
Why?
Because there's a dragon out there.
Oh.
And it keeps crushing stuff. And taking stuff.
Okay, so these are escapees.
We call them refugees.
You want to try that again? What do you call them again?
Refugees.
He
Man,
gets
you're
progressively louder each time he says it. Refugees.
That's enough. We'll go and
Can I toss her off the side of the boat that's aiming at the dock?
Alright. Is there any other details we need to know for stowing our ship here? Any security forces on the dock?
Oh, there's plenty of security forces on the dock. Yeah.
Make sure that nobody gets on our ship.
Oh yeah. That's part of that tax that you pay. Is
Great.
help our security forces.
Great. Okay.
It's right.
Thank you, Dockmaster. We will be on our way.
All right. Anything else I can help you with?
Can you point out to me these security forces? I don't really see anybody jumping out to me, keeping us safe.
Are you doubting my ability to keep your ship safe?
I'm new in town. I don't know anything about you, sir, except your very high-pitched, refugees
I see
voice.
one right over there. I see one on the dock, just right over there. It's gonna.
And
be
actually,
all right.
you point out there's a pretty heavily armored individual out
Okay,
there on the
okay.
dock that has a massive
I was straight
glaive
Okay. I
and
wasn't
like
sure
a
if
full
they were
helm.
just,
Like
sitting
they're in full
around.
plate mail.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you've seen knights before in Westbridge area. Like this, it's kind of haphazard in its design, but it looks like the equivalent.
Is it hot outside today?
Pretty hot, yeah.
Oof.
And you guys are a little bit further south too, so it's getting a little bit warmer.
Okay. I wasn't sure if the security force was just a bunch of people laying around and that the tax was super high because
For no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but you're looking out there now, and now that you guys are a little closer, there are security personnel like all over the place, like overkill
Okay.
security. They're not all as armored up,
Mhm.
but you can like they have flares that tell you, hey, I'm like not
Yeah.
like the equivalent of a badge. You know, you can tell that they're all different races, all different genders. I mean, you just it spans what you guys have seen so far.
Great.
It looks like it's way overkill. They got a ton of security.
All right. I'm assuming Dockmaster's gone. Are we good? Thank
We're
you.
good.
All right.
And he stumbles down the gangplank and back off to the side. Kopic fights the urge of booting him down the gangplank again.
Dockmaster, a receipt, please.
Receipt. Right, I'll bring you papers
Thank
soon.
You ever watch Letterkenny?
No.
You should. Should.
Great. All right, crew, listen up. We're here for 2 days or more. As far as letting people on the ship, for now, the ship is closed until we say otherwise.
Sure.
Let's. Is any volunteers for a skeleton crew to keep an eye on the ship for a few hours today?
I mean, it's up to you, Captain. Whatever you tell us to do. Lyda's kind of like, we'll make it happen.
Make schedule.
Cog should probably stay.
Yeah, we'll keep Cog if you're all right.
Well, we'll get some people bring some alcohol back for him.
Oh, absolutely. Some to-go plates
Sounds
and
great.
drinks.
It's a to-go plate filled with a margarita.
It's
Straw stabbed through it.
Straw stabbed through it. There you go.
Well,
No, it's this
Yeah.
little poppy.
I'll have Cog and
Who's
Dexter and Ingrid.
Right.
For now.
They're just
Who's
gonna stay
around?
on the ship.
Yeah,
Who's
Okay.
around us right now? Is it just like the group of us and Lida?
everyone's on the deck. Right
Yeah, everyone's really on the deck, kind of just awaiting what the orders are, and because every time you come into port, like the crew gets really excited because they think they'll be able to get off and just go, do whatever they want to do, and get some.
I'm just gonna look over at Silas and be like,
should get turned off the boat.
You want money? Is that what that is?
Try to be a little more subtle if you were gonna give the people anything.
Well, they got paid up front when we last found treasure, and they should still have plenty of gold. I think.
How long did we pay him for? Didn't we only
60
pay him for
days.
60
Oh, I thought
yeah.
it was
We're
30.
good.
Yeah, you're good. I
Yeah.
think it's only been half of that, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's been just about 30. I
Yeah.
thought it was a 30-day payment.
That's
I was
right, because we
Yeah.
were on the island for a few days, and
Yeah. And it's been
22 days on the
22
sea.
on the sea.
but they haven't had anywhere to spend it, anyways. So, yeah, and so
like, how many crew members are there?
we've got
We've done the math somewhere.
Yeah, we did the math.
yeah,
I
It's,
have it in my
one,
notes.
two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus Scratches
I have 11
and Marlin.
total.
So
plus,
11
and then,
and
we're keeping-
11 and then you guys.
And then us
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 5 are staying back, so that leaves 6 that are being permitted to go to deck.
4 stand by.
4 staying back. So that leaves 7 going.
Yeah.
Kopic's going to give all 7 of them 10 gold.
Okay, sure. They take it gladly. Yeah,
You're a champ.
it's free spending money. Sure, you can mark that off. So it'll be 70 total. Yeah, you get that. Are you
Oh,
kind of
that's
just
all.
letting them just go take a break and just go do what they want to do?
Yeah,
while you guys do
I'm
your
gonna
own
let
things,
Lida
or-
set up shifts of people coming and going. And,
Yeah, she can handle that all for you.
yeah, and at nighttime they can go tap
Make sure Lida gets a
Cron.
break too.
Oh yeah, she's part of breaks soon. So, like chaperones at a
That's right. That's right.
field trip.
The
So
perma
Lida goes-
We
chaperone.
know
That's
that.
yeah, the one that you call on every time.
So when Lida goes on deck, Silas has to come back and babysit his children.
So, Will, are you okay to just walk past all these people right now? Can we go into town and figure some stuff out?
I think so.
Okay.
Would I look completely out of shape if I pulled my hood up? Like that wouldn't draw any
There's
more
a
attention to me.
There's a wide variety of people here, so
Okay, I'm gonna pull my hood up because I don't really want to be recognized unless from afar. I don't want to draw any extra attention to myself.
and you know of Knollbun, but you probably have never been there.
Yeah.
Sometimes some members of your group would go to Knollbun
Like supplies and
for supplies and things that were hard to procure
Yeah.
out there. But you really tried to your clan or tribe tried to avoid it as much as possible.
Yeah.
It was only like if they needed something specific for kind of like a medicine or something like that, they would come here because there are like alchemists and other things that you would know of that
Yeah.
do business here. So, because it's a pretty big city. But not to the point where you think you'd know it like the back of your hand.
Yeah.
So your backyard was more like the grasslands that neighbor it and the woodlands that were there. You spent your time kind of going back and forth between there.
Kopic's going to try to pull Cog away from everybody else.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody gets on the boat, you throw them in the water.
Easy enough.
Unless it's crew. Don't throw the crew unless it's crew. Crew stays on.
Right.
Anybody else in the water?
You got it. Easy enough.
Throw these poor innocent people.
Just people.
Most of these people are just tossing my pinky.
I'll do 3 or 4 at a time if you need to. Get
Ooh.
some exercise out of it.
Sweeping.
Line them up
Only if they come up.
like golf balls.
Yeah, so Cog agrees. He's fine with that.
I want to go see if I can sell some stuff because
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to sell.
I have a bunch of stuff in my inventory to sell.
Okay, so you want to go find like a marketplace?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's probably a good place to start, and we can go ask questions and stuff. Does
Okay.
anybody else have any goals for you?
Is there a slave trader? We can sell this one. She was watching.
One thing that I do want to mention,
Okay.
when you guys are walking off the vessel together,
Yeah.
and you're walking down the dock, and you get to the point where there's kind of like this, there's nothing blocking them, but it's kind of like an unwritten rule that they don't run out onto the dock. But the people that form that line, like they immediately, so you said you pulled your hood up.
Mm-hmm.
Are you wearing kind of like a piratey hat, Silas?
Something that claims you as the captain.
Something that would, set you apart as captain? Because if not, the only elegant hat they would see is currently being worn by the...
I'd say I probably had it on.
Yeah, didn't you have
Yeah,
Marlon's
you got-
hat? You had.
I think you
had
took
a
Marlon's
different
hat.
hat. You
Yeah.
took one at
Yeah,
some point.
I have it.
Yeah, he has a.
But
I
I'm just
think
trying to
it's
think
a
if I would have it on me when I got off the boat. Like, I wouldn't walk around town with it on, but while I was still giving out orders and things, I would have had it on. I would have stowed it afterwards.
half-elven female runs up to you,
Okay.
wearing kind of tattered clothing, looks dirty, and she definitely smells a little bit as she approaches you. It's like, oh, hi. Captain, are you planning on taking on some of us in the next little time?
You're a refugee, right?
I am from a local city where it no longer exists. I need to get out of here.
How long have you been waiting to leave?
It's been 13 days.
Well, right now, we just pulled into port. We've been at sea for a month. Almost. So longer than you've been waiting.
Somebody almost pushes her out of the way. Do you have room for me? Oh. And then another person kind of like shoves aside. What about us? Can you take us? And they have like a whole family, like of 7 people.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna...
And it's quickly starting to become like...
Yeah.
Kind of like when the band gets ready to play at a concert and the mosh, the group like rushes up close to the stage. It starts to get to that point.
I'm gonna thunderclap behind me.
Okay.
Make a really loud thunder noise.
Okay, so the thunder just cracks out.
Yeah.
Audible almost on the whole port.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not taking passengers at this time. Please be patient. Answers will come soon.
You get a mixture of emotions. Like some of it's like panic because they don't know where this massive thunder crack came from. So some of them kind of skitter off, or a couple of them kind of just look at you with just confusion as you say this. A couple of them get scared and kind of skitter back a little bit.
Yeah.
Somebody in the back kind of gets angry. And so they kind of get mad. Yeah, then you start to hear some boos and stuff about, we'll never get off of here. We've been waiting. And then you just there's like this sigh and this exasperated.
About how many people do you think are on the, or what I think are on the dock? Like a couple hundred?
Total, probably within the range of like 200 to 300 people lined up in different areas.
And our ship has 15 and it feels half crowded.
You, with a sailing vessel, you could probably get up to 50 or 60 people on it. It would be cramped.
Right.
But it can be done.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put them in nets and just hang them off the side. Give a few extra.
You are full of great ideas. We're going to go to the market.
You're full of great ideas, Copper.
I gotta go mark and get some nets then. Gotta get at least 2 so we can put one on either side and keep it balanced.
I'm going to get you a notebook and a pencil and you're gonna write down all these great ideas and just keep
How
them.
close are we to the Rodom table?
30 feet.
Do I hear them talking to anybody else?
Yeah, like they've already turned that person
That guy
away.
away.
That guy walked away, and then there's another person talking about the same exact thing. You do notice that they have these carts that have wheels on them that they've loaded those massive crates onto, and a few of the dock workers are kind of like moving those crates, and they've got like fragile stamped all over them and stuff like that. And it looks like they're bringing these massive boxes on these crates, and they've got a few like donkeys like attached to them. They're helping to pull them and stuff like that.
As
Off
we
of the
walk
dock.
away, I want to use telepathy and tell them you're an asshole.
Okay.
I mean, I knew
Can they
it, but
respond to your telepathy or?
I
No,
don't know. I mean,
it's not like message.
It's not like
No,
message.
I feel like
just-
it would be
So the-
fun
the-
though.
So you
I
doing
mean,
it with
we've
the?
used telepathy.
You guys
I don't
you
know.
guys did communicate back
We
and
did
forth.
back
with
and
telepathy.
forth.
No, I think it's always been Willow talking at
So it's been once
Obu.
That's
like
true.
she was just like talking back.
Yeah, and
That
then
was
Obu,
loud.
basically Obu filling the rest of us in what was happening.
Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That's
Because
how
in
we
your whatever form you're in, you can still understand her, so she's responding verbally usually.
did. So the
Yeah.
the
It just
half
says you
elven
can speak to
individual
telepathically.
that so is you doing that the half elven kind of
I'm just doing it. Whoever said it last about. Oh,
okay
no.
yeah it's the half elven that was sitting down. He has just a strange look on his face for a moment, looks around, and looks at the dwarf next to him, and then just continues on with his conversation with the guy. Just shrugs it off, smiles, and keeps going.
Let's go,
That's
King.
probably at least the 50th time he's heard that this morning.
It's true.
Now he's hearing the voice come from within.
Yes.
I am your conscience. You're an asshole.
We don't get a lot of chance to talk right now.
you do know, as you're kind of standing there, you guys are moving, there is two individuals that do hand over a big lump of coinage
Yeah.
you see on the table, and he takes, and you can see somebody signing with a quill, and then they move past the table. And start
Where's he put
moving
the coin?
I knew that question was coming.
Actually, there's a chest that probably, well, you could probably see the end of it, but it seems like it's between him and that massive orc that's standing next to it. It's on the dock, so it's on the floor next to his chair, and he's just kind of like putting it in that chest.
What if we destroyed the dock?
We can take the money.
We could take the money. Thing would sink, and then I mean, you have your captive water breathing. You could just go down and pick it up.
Great idea, notebook. Keep putting all of those ideas in that notebook. And keep them to yourself.
Okay. So you guys moving into the marketplace?
Oh,
In
we
front
takes
of-
up journaling.
Do you have a quill?
Do I have a quill?
Yeah.
No.
We'll get you one in the market.
You guys do make your way. It's really actually as big as the city is. It's pretty easy to find the market. The market is a pretty open space near the center of town. It's not complete center of town, but it is open. And you do make your way, and this city is packed. Like what you thought was a packed port, it's even worse in the city. Like there are people that are just like camped out, parked out. It looks like a ton of homeless people parked out in the city streets, which is causing it to be probably a little bit more filthy than it should be, with people just leaving stuff out there as you guys are walking through. The streets are all kind of cobblestone and things like that. There are trees from time to time, kind of sprucing up little greenery areas, but it's very packed in. Like a lot of the houses are like kind of completely right next to each other. Some of them are made from stone, some of them are made from wood. Some of them look rather haphazard, while some of them look like they took their time. You guys are passing through what looks like kind of be like a residential district as you guys move your way up there. That seems to be kind of like an average wealth area. It's really crowded. You make your way into this massive marketplace. There is stores all around the marketplace, but there's also these tents areas that are set up with just like, kind of looks like, you go to a carnival and they set up these half booths. It kind of looks like that. Canvas tarps, people are selling their merchandise and wares, and it is packed. There's a bunch of people just trying to sell things like crazy. People are like, money is being transferred back and forth. There's a ton of security as well. You see a ton of those guard individuals walking around, some of them in pairs, some of them with the massive armor and glaives moving about. There's a lot of activity going on in this.
Does it look like some of the guards may be newer, or some of their equipment may be like older and rusted? Like, I'm trying to see if any of them were recently hired to the guard to try and make money.
Your assumption, based on what you just described to me,
Yeah.
you don't even have to make a roll. Yes.
Okay.
They do look like recent hires.
Yeah.
And they do look like the garb that they're wearing that distinguishes them as a, a security or a guard is very minimal.
Right.
So, yes, it does look like, and with the variety of people that are security and guards, I mean, it's just a vast differences between all of them. Like, it just looks like some of them are from different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Could we infer
So-
that some of the... Okay, so potentially they are beefing up security because of the dragon, or they're taking in refugees as security?
I think they're beefing up security because there's so many desperate refugees
Yeah.
that need money, and they're probably willing to do anything.
Desperate.
So.
Is
like
there
San
are there
Francisco.
food stalls in this? Are there food stalls in this marketplace?
Food stalls? Yeah, plenty of them.
And do I see any like children?
Oh, yeah, there's tons of children.
Dirty.
Are they
A lot of them are, yeah. You see lots of homeless children. You see them with their families. A lot of them are with families. Some of them don't have families. Some of them look like, just rounded around. I mean, now that with all these refugees around, you have your issues with theft and these kids trying to steal just to make, just to find something to eat.
I'm gonna adopt a kid.
What?
I'm gonna
That's
adopt
all.
a kid.
You put that in that notebook and keep that. There's too many kids. There's not enough good we can do.
I want to go over to the nearest food stall. Well, what food stall looks like that has the most like the items that would like be handed out individually?
Oh, there's one place that sells just general like simple baked items like breads and things like that. There's a stall that has that.
I want
Yeah.
to talk to the lady and see what her prices are, or the man that is selling the bread stuffs. I don't know. Could be a man. Could be a lady.
It is a lady.
It is a
woman.
lady.
And food here. Let's see. Bread.
Dolores. Her name's
'Kay.
Dolores.
So
Oh, hi
she
there,
offers you a loaf,
Smart.
and this loaf of fine bread is 1 silver piece.
Is that a lot?
It's kind of a lot.
That's not a lot.
That is an extreme amount of money for a loaf of bread.
Yeah, it should be like
A loaf
copper.
of bread.
A loaf of bread standard, like for you where you guys are from, is 2 copper.
Why are your prices so high, ma'am?
Oh, it's just that we have to be able to afford the taxes to be able to do this.
How much is a tax on your operations for day?
They take 50%.
They take 50%?
Yes.
Who? They take 50%.
Yes.
This is an outrage.
It's what we're used to now. I mean, it's the new normal here.
What was the old normal? When did this come into play?
We've always had taxes, but the taxes have gone up ever since the king and the council have started bolstering our security forces and our defenses.
This is a cyclic issue. We have more homeless people because of the dragon, so we have more forces that need to go through, so the taxes go up, then you're going to have more refugees, so you're going to need more defense, I am done with this entire society. Let's kill everything.
I think that circlet of intellect is really causing her brain to hurt.
This is unlawful. How do these taxes get put through? Is it just the king's whims? Do you have any representation, ma'am? No taxation without representation.
We'll pull out the frying pan and bang it in the back of her head.
I don't mean to cause you any. I don't mean for you to be upset. I'm just trying to make my way.
Do you have any room to haggle with me? Could I take this for maybe, let's say 1 silver?
That's
What
what the
I-
price was.
That's what I
No, you
offered.
said 2 silver.
No.
No, I said
It was
1
one.
silver.
No, you said 2.
How
I said
much?
1 silver. It was originally 2 copper. Would have been the
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
for
okay.
how much it would have
How
been.
much is 1 silver in copper?
It's 10 copper is 1 silver.
10 copper is 1 silver. What about 7 copper?
Make a persuasion check.
Part of me just wants to give it to her because she's bored too.
Don't you have a ton of copper?
9.
9. It's really,
$3,000 or something.
If I sell this to you for that amount, after the taxes are taken out, I really would have just very, very minimal that would be kept for myself.
I'm just gonna walk up and hand her 2 silver.
Oh, thank you. Here's 2 loaves.
Thank you.
I look at the children. I look at the loaves. I look at whatever I think is the highest building around me, and I picture that as the king. And I hand her 20 gold.
Oh, you're a
I
lot
want to
more
take
nice
all of
than I
her.
am.
I want to take all of her stock, like whatever she has.
She like takes it in her hands and she's like, almost doesn't know what to say. She's just like, you can see tears of joy welling up in her eyes. She's like, well, yeah, absolutely. And she like starts bagging up loaves of bread.
Whatever's extra that's not taxable, just keep it.
You don't have to report all of this. You can.
I'm
put
sure
some of
we
it.
definitely do. Most of the taxes are taken up each day up front, so we have to be.
Oh, you have to sell enough to make sure the taxes. So
Yes.
you pay the taxes to get the booth.
Yeah, we have to have the taxes paid before we can even set up this this fine place.
The next thing you need to do, you need to start sewing pockets in your chemise. So then you can start putting coins into the lining so they don't get your money. Just do it.
This conversation is making me look uncomfortable. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
don't want to get caught doing any shady business.
Although I think
Are there any
we've got
guards?
to go there for today.
Sometimes I get a little overzealous.
Yeah.
I'm just really passionate about this. You have a good day. You close up shop early. You go and you do what you want to do.
Right.
And you know what? You flourish. You flourish.
Thank you.
I will flourish. Thank
Flourish!
you. Here's
What's your name?
Here's your massive bag of bread.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Dolores.
Thank you, Dolores. Pleasure doing business. And I slam the bag over my shoulder, and I want to go to all the little children I can see,
Okay.
and I want to give them bread, but I want to prioritize the children I don't see with parents.
Oh yeah, they're super excited to get food. Some of them just grab it and they thank you. Some of them start like giving you big hugs around your waist.
I'm crying.
And
I'm crying profusely as all of this is happening, but I'm not making a single sound.
they're just excited.
I'm
Like,
watching
some of them are just like
Ray and
scarfing bread into their faces. Like some of them look like you're looking at the ones that are like looking pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they haven't had a good bite to eat in a while, and you give them their food, and they seem to be excited about it. And then it's at that point that you guys all hear, Finnair?
Shit. My head just goes up, and I'm like, oh no.
And you
Copic
swing
starts
around
going,
to see Rosella Appleblossom, one of your cousins. She's really, like, she's young, like barely a teenager. But it's almost like some people moved out of the way and like she's
Just at the right
standing
time.
there at the right time.
Yeah.
And just has a shocked expression on her face as she's looking towards you. About 15 feet away.
And I recognize her.
Oh, immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rosella?
Can I go up to
I
get
can't
behind
believe
her?
it's you. And she rushes up and just wraps you in a big hug.
I'm 100.
You're bigger than her.
Yeah.
She's really
She's
little. And you just kind of, not much. That's right. But you guys sharing that hug. I thought you were dead.
Thought I was too.
Why that one call her Fender?
Fender? Wait, is that what she said? Fender?
Oh, Fend something.
Finnair.
Fencer.
Called her Finnair.
Her name's Willow.
You may want to have a conversation with her after this, or just listen in. Maybe
It's a
you'll
nickname,
learn
probably.
something.
It's
Are
fine.
you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I was.
Is everyone okay?
Your mom's here.
Can you take me to her?
I can't. My big brother Anster's here too. Anster Appleblossom.
Sorry.
And you would know they were like on it'd be like your uncle's kids.
Okay.
So,
I want to like crowd around her because I don't trust anything that's going on.
yeah, but
right
she's like excitedly and she kind of grabs your wrist and starts to like pull you.
Bye.
Copic's gonna reach out and grab the little one who's trying to pull someone that he's in.
There's a little scream as you grab Rosella.
Just grab the shoulder, just not picking her up and stopping her from moving.
Okay.
now. Do I mistake her for a kid and give her bread?
Does kind of look like a kid. Yeah. Do you give her bread?
If she's not dirty looking, probably not.
She like reaches out and takes it. And puts it yeah, she's gonna take. Thank you.
Hey, you don't get to take Willow.
Hey. It's okay.
Hey, who are you?
He's
Who are you?
Just.
I'm Rosella.
I'm Kopic.
I'm Obu.
Why are you taking Willow?
Why are you calling her Willow?
That's her name.
That's Finnair.
It's a
No,
long
that's Willow.
story. It's a long story.
Oh,
Kopic, it's okay. I know. This is my cousin.
Kopic!
I know her.
nice to meet you.
She's very friendly.
You know, days out also just sort of
Hey,
tap the top of her head.
do you want to share this bread?
No, you eat it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's precious and I love her.
Pretty good.
Where are you taking her?
My mom's here.
Yeah. Her mom's here.
Really?
Willow's mom.
Yes.
She
I'm
op-
not gonna touch that bag
She
of
opened a
snakes.
business.
A bit.
Wait, Willow's
What's
mom
she
has a
doing?
bag of snakes?
Well, she's we're selling glass.
Just
We use them for windows and bottles and all kinds of things.
how much are your taxes?
They're really high. We don't really have a choice. I mean,
Yeah. We've heard a little bit about the taxes and
the government pushes it on us. I mean, we just have to, and we're trying to save up money so we can get out of
get
here.
out. Yeah.
And it's been hard, but we're making gains.
That's awesome.
How many other individuals are in your party?
Bread just everywhere. What in
How
my
many-
party?
Yes.
Well, there's well, her mom is here. My big brother, Anster.
Answer.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Dang, girl.
I love it when Siri
Thank you,
chimes in and
Siri.
helps us out. That's
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
I think that loaf of bread just spoke.
She's gonna be so excited to see you.
I'm ready to see her.
All right, let's go. You coming, Kopic?
I suppose.
You sure you don't want this bread?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I want to be kind of jealous because Willow's been like my best friend this entire time, and then I see this other person and be like really fast friends, and I'm like, I don't think I like this.
You want me to throw him?
Find me later.
Let's keep that on.
I'll be in the market. I'm gonna do some shopping. You go do your thing. Watch her.
This seems like a
I
serious
don't really
plot
care
point.
at all
I'm
about
gonna-
what
I
he's
know,
saying.
just
I'm
ignore
just like, I'm ready
silence.
to go.
Kopic is literally hovering over Willow.
I'm,
Captain said
I'm
watch her.
okay. I'm fine.
Captain says watch her.
I'm fine.
You're okay when I say you're okay.
They're really protective.
I can see that.
Hover parents.
I'm glad
Wow.
you like the bread.
That's
Great broad, great sword on the back, scimitar on the side, shield on the other side.
you do have some loyal friends. They seem to be really nice.
They
No
are really
taxation
nice.
without representation.
Nobody cares about the
He's rather
taxes.
Nice to meet you, Rosilla.
Oh, what was your name?
Silas, and I walk off.
Silas. Watches you walk off.
He's not as friendly.
He's grumpy.
Right, yeah.
He's soup.
He's chronically grumpy.
He's got a big shell on his back. Oh,
Don't compliment him like that.
is he a tortoise?
He is a tortoise.
A
It's
tortoise.
like a tortoise.
It's a tortoise that walks on its hind legs and speaks sometimes.
That's well. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're not
It
that
can happen.
intelligent.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We live in a magical world. I mean. So she kind of grabs you.
Yeah.
Come on, and you guys start to like weave through this massive crowd.
Kopic's not weaving. He's just
Plowing through people. These poor guys. Just one guy's like carrying a big basket, and Coffee just. That's it.
I'm 7 foot tall. You see me coming, you move.
And eventually you get led. Honestly, it's not very far away. Like it's on like the opposite corner of the market, where you can see there's this makeshift wooden tent area that has a looks like a couple animal hides like hanging over top of it, and this makeshift kind of wood planking table that's underneath it. And you can see there's an individual kind of turned around, like digging through some kind of crate or box. You can see a younger halfling male over to the side. Kind of looks like they're communicating with him and just like talking to him, shouting to him. And there is, it looks to be like a customer standing there. And eventually that form kind of stands up from behind the table. And that's when you see your mother for the first time in a very long time. And she's holding like, it looks to be like a stack of glass panes like window panes that have like a little bit of like leather like in between them, and is handing them to this individual, and then they're handing like a pouch of coin over to her, and she takes it and she smiles, and then she looks over, and that's when you guys make eye contact for the first time, and she looks shocked. Like all color fades from her, and immediately like just this individual next to the little boy's trying to talk to her, but she just starts walking out from the and right straight towards you.
I start walking straight towards her.
And you guys just it starts with this walk
Yeah,
and quickly
and then
becomes a run, and you kind of like jump up and she just squeezes you tight within your arms, and you can feel the just raw emotion be let loose in this moment as she starts to just cry and weep right there in the middle of a crowded marketplace. And it's almost
family was that lovey-dovey.
Do we know is that really her mother, or do I have to step in?
She said it was her mother, and they look really cozy right now. So I mean, I'd assume. I don't know.
I
My mom never hugged me
commentary,
like that.
yeah, that's what's happening in the meantime.
I never knew my mother.
So we got to stick and try to like crowbar them apart.
No, let's let him have this moment.
Okay.
And for you guys, it's awkwardly uncomfortable for at least 3 minutes. Because you're just sitting there. They don't say a word to each
Just
other.
crying.
Just crying. Rosella actually joins in
Of
and
course
like
she
hugs.
does.
And then eventually that halfling boy approaches, stands at a little bit of a distance, but is just kind of like just standing there off to the side and watching what's happening take place. Does look a little bit older than Rosella. And eventually your mother just looks at you, tears just pouring down her face, and is like, you know, for some reason, I always thought that you were out there somewhere. I knew I was going to see you again.
I made it back.
I'm so glad you're here. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Things got a little hazy. I couldn't remember anything. I didn't know who I was, where I was, what happened, but I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it here as fast as I could.
Well, I'm just so glad to see you. And she just doesn't say another thing, just wants to share in this moment a little bit. You guys, it's almost like time stops a little bit for them, but you guys are kind of just like chilling. It's like, yeah,
Hey,
whatever,
they're
whatever.
hugging again.
I'm looking at the glass panes.
Okay, yeah.
And
You're
I'm
walking
following.
over to the saw a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Look like perfect, beautiful glass panes. Look like they're perfectly cut for windows.
I want to just keep perusing.
Good perusing. Okay.
Yeah.
Any bottles, vials, anything
There are
like
some
that?
empty bottles and vials. Yeah, it looks like some skinnier potion bottles and other things that are used. They don't have any corks or anything with them, but it's just the pure glass. Looks to be fine make.
I
Really
want to
nice.
do everything to not intrude on their moment.
Okay, yeah.
I wave over at Ansel, or whatever his name is. What, Amstel?
Anster. Yeah.
I wave at Anster.
He like waves back. Hey, so you with Fenair?
Yeah, but she goes by Willow, and she has for a little while. You heard she lost her memory, so she called herself Willow for a little while.
Willow's a pretty cool name.
I thought so. You know, good
I
tree.
like it.
Sturdy tree.
It's just great to see her again.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty great. Pretty cool girl.
She could get intimidating at times back in the day, but
Oh yeah, she snapped at our captain.
she's a really good leader. She takes charge.
She does. She's really good at telling people what to do. But she doesn't take over when she doesn't have to. So she's
Yeah.
pretty easygoing.
Right.
I think that was a newfound skill,
Okay.
probably.
That was her like lack of memory.
Yeah.
Glad that you guys are here. We're trying to save up some money.
How much for the glass vials?
Glass vials?
What bottles?
question. I would say that these would be, like, for the how big? Like, what kind of? Are you looking for like a beaker that like opens up at the bottom, or looking for like a vial?
Think of it like
How many? Because it looks like they have them like set up to like be in sets of like 4 and 6 and 8 and things like that you can buy.
say 6.
6. For 6, they have it at 3 gold.
I'll give him 10 gold.
Okay. Oh, the answer's like, thank you, and he rushes out and grabs this and hands it over to you. This is the best glass you will ever find anywhere.
It's really gonna make this next question hard to ask.
Yeah.
If I throw this, will it break?
Of course, it's glass.
Perfect.
But it's the clearest glass you'll ever find because it's magical glass.
I take one of the glasses away from him. Wait, what? Magical glass?
Well,
How's it magical?
Comes from a magical creature.
A glass goblin? Like,
No, not a goblin. Of course not.
how do you get
now you
glass?
did the gleep.
Does it poop glass?
Actually, kind of.
Oh, God. Okay, I don't
In
understand.
a weird way.
Okay, you're gonna have to fill in a lot of blanks here for me. My brain's just going like 50 miles an hour right now.
Okay. Well,
How's it make the glass?
and he like looks all around. He's like, maybe we should talk about this somewhere else. Because there's
Okay.
Okay.
there's some people that don't really like what we're doing here.
Okay.
And if they hear what we're doing, they might try to hurt this creature. And I don't want that to happen.
Also, first off, I got a question for you. You
Yeah.
said you're trying to get passage.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Where are you trying to go? Just away?
Anywhere but here.
Alright, just letting you know. You are her family. She does have access to a boat. I'm pretty sure you're fine now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Just
shouldn't
let
go
you
and
know.
fighting people on Captain's ship. What if
I
Captain
don't give a
says no?
shit about our captain. This is my boat. You look at me now, I'm captain.
I
That's
am
exactly
the
why I
captain
didn't
now.
go.
I got you, girl. I got your
I don't
family.
hear anything.
Yeah, it's just,
I'm gonna have to report you for mutiny.
You record it and see how much I care.
I take my beads and I swing a lap of it.
I understand, you know, we don't, but like, I kind of like the creature. He's
Oh.
helped us out.
What, it's
Well,
sentient?
I don't know if it's, I don't know. I don't really try to talk to it. I
Are you
just
wanting
kind
to
of like,
take the creature with us?
just kind of like follow it, because it leaves the glass behind.
Okay, let's go talk in the other room about this weird thing.
Okay. What other room?
I didn't know there wasn't a room.
yeah,
I didn't know.
We're in the marketplace.
Oh, I thought we were in a building.
Well, we do have a place outside the walls. It's not the best, but we can go there if you want.
Are you sure you don't want to like say hi to Willow?
I mean, he looks over and sees like them having their moment. Like, I'll get my time.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
Okay.
I know, man.
I want to find the weird glass pooping halfling.
Oh, we'll talk about it. Okay? Yeah. Shh. You see that place over there? And he points to an actual building.
Mm.
And you can see it has a sign hanging from it. It's called Crystal Clears. They sell windows and glass like we do.
Your competitors.
They are.
Are they the purest glass? Second purest glass?
Second.
Second.
They don't like us very much.
I bet not. You want to go break their
Because
stuff?
our glass is cheaper than theirs.
And better?
And better. Uh-huh.
I think we should break their stuff, but we don't have to. I'm exercising restraint.
She's gonna.
You put that in your notebook.
You don't want to make them mad. See, they're lizard folk.
The lizard people?
Yes.
Oh.
They're
What are
lizard
lizard people in this game called again?
lizard folk.
Oh,
Literally
lizard folk.
A real original name.
So do they like use a forge and stuff for their glass? Do you use a forge?
No, see that's the benefit. See, we really gotta talk about this.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want them to hear this.
Copic's gonna look around. Is there any security or guards looking around that look like they might be a little nervous or looking for somebody a little new to the position?
Make a perception check.
Oh dear.
Just let Willow have her moment.
That's it. We're specifically doing that.
I want to know about the pooping lizard.
You said perception?
Perception, yeah.
Perception, I'm not real great. Oh, okay, not bad. 18?
Yeah, there's a dwarf over there that looks a little bit out of place. He's just kind of holding a spear. And
I got a spear.
And he's got one of them little badge.
yeah, he's got a badge, like he's been hired. Yeah.
Copic's gonna walk over and talk to him for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, quick question for you.
Yeah,
You look a little out of place. Are you trying to earn money to get away from here?
Well, I hope to, but I'll be here for a little while because I'm signed on to help out in case that dragon comes. We're gonna be ready for her.
Do you want to help out or you want to get out of here?
He looks around. Kind of want to get out of here first.
I'll give you. Well, I mean, he goes in a check and see
He's
how much he's got.
closely watching you.
Guys gonna look. I'll give you 300 gold to give me your badge and go into the docks and get on a boat and get out of here.
Deal.
And some pulls out
Oh
the
my
gold.
gosh.
Hands you the
He
badge.
doesn't tell him a boat. He doesn't tell him a boat, though. Or do you tell him a boat?
Nope.
Or you just tell him to get lost?
Tell him to take the money, go to the docks.
He grabs the money. Oh, good luck. and heads on off.
And he's out.
Just bolting through the marketplace.
Oh my god. Does Obu see
Best
any of
use of
this?
money.
You saw him walk. I mean, it's a crowded area.
Okay.
You're still talking to Answer during all this, so
Okay.
you probably would have headed off. Willow, back to you. Your mom kind of stands up, and I think I'm going to go ahead and shut things down early today, and
Yeah. I'll help.
we can talk and catch up. Okay. And then she leads you back over. That dog. she leads you back over to the tent, and she kind of gets Answer over there too, and just let's go ahead and pack up early. We've made good on our profits for today, so I think we'll be fine. And
She has no idea.
we'll go ahead and take everybody to where we're staying. It's not quite. It's not great, but it's not anything different than what you'll be used to.
It'll be fine.
We sleep outside a lot.
We've been on a ship
For a
for
month.
the past month.
An entire month.
I look forward to hearing about all of your adventures.
There are lots of them.
That's great. And she starts packing up this crate. The crate's kind of on a little cart type thing that looks like they can just pull. And they start to pack everything up in that cart. Doesn't take them very much time at all. They pack it up, kind of set the table up on top of it. They can just wheel it through, and then they just kind of exit that area and start heading to. It would be in the direction from where you guys are going. It'd be the northeastern side of the city. Is where you guys move through, and from there you can start to see there are different tiers of this city. And you can see that there's a district that has a wall within the city that looks like it's got some really nice places in there. Like it would be your equivalent
Get
of
off the taxes.
your nobility
Right.
would live in that area, and then the castle sits on the highest part of the hill, in its own kind of
What I got.
enclosed wall space as well. So they start leading you out. Silas, did you have anything in particular that you were looking to do in the marketplace as you're kind of hanging out by yourself?
I wear mostly cloth garb, and we've been in quite a few encounters. So I want to go shopping and get a new outfit.
Okay.
Just a new cloak and kind of I guess more of a robe, but yeah, just a standard robe and some. My boots are still good, and I also want to look for a taxidermist who may possibly be interested in taxiderming a Hydra head.
Okay.
I'll have them go back to the ship and do. I'm gonna go with them.
No, I'm just thinking about the fact you've had a rotting
Yeah,
bed
for
sitting in
15
there.
days. Yeah, 15 days. Let's just see how it is. He may tell me no, so we'll find out.
He's like,
Okay.
this is too
You
squishy.
need to throw that out, man.
I want most of that
Captain's
outfit to be
quarters
blues and
of the
greens and a dark. Well, I have the elven kind of cloak, so I don't need another cloak. But,
Okay. Will you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
There is a baby monitor in that room.
that's what's on, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
why we're hearing all the children screaming, because they're in Weston's room and screaming in that thing, and it's making the camera go nuts. You should be able to. There's a power button on the side of it, Charter.
Okay.
I can bury it under a pillow.
Oh shoot, I still need to go to the market too.
We have
Oh, that's.
time. You do it tomorrow.
You now have a security
Unless
escort.
the dragon attacks, you know.
Scoppich walking behind, just putting his little badge on. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
If the dragon attacks, then we don't have to worry about taxes. It's just all you can grab.
True.
Yeah, you do find a taxidermist.
Sweet. I also want to find somebody who might know how to get an audience with the king.
Okay. You find an
Or a
individual.
council.
You do find an individual named Stockman. Stockman's Taxidermy within the town. And as soon as you walk in, there is you're kind of frightened at first because in the middle of the room, it looks like there is a dog-like creature that looks to be like dog and dragon. There's scales and stuff, and it has these terrible open jaws and teeth like sticking out of it. And it looks like it has these beaming eyes of hatred like looking right at you from the middle of the room. And you're startled, taken aback a little bit. And he's like, he catches you from behind. Oh, no, don't worry about that one. That's my best work.
There's
I
Fluffy.
see. It's a unique creature. Speaking of unique creatures,
Yeah.
I have a challenge for you if you're up for it. See, we were out at sea for about a month and came across a hydra, a multi-headed serpent.
I've heard of those.
Well, I
Never seen one.
one of my crewmates was fortunate enough to cut off one of its heads. But unfortunately, we had no way of preserving this said head for a good week and a half, 2 weeks. So it's
Probably a little rotten out.
right. But I was hoping you might be able to clean it out a little bit. You know, do some faux leather or whatever scales on top of it to mask the rot and cut that
Faux
piece.
leather is leather.
Oh, sure, I can try it out. You have it with you?
Well, it's about this big. No, I didn't carry it through the streets.
Yeah, that kind of would probably be kind of awkward.
But I can take you down to the docks and let you take a look at it. And maybe you can give me a quote.
Sure, that sounds like a good idea. Right now?
You know what? Let's schedule that for the morning. I got a little bit other shopping things to do, but
Sure.
just keep it on your schedule, and I'll come find you in the morning.
All right, let's schedule.
Dock 2.
Dock 2.
That'll help.
That will help.
Yeah.
So I should meet you there?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
And if I don't show up, don't try and get on the boat.
Okay.
There you go.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna give him a 5 gold deposit.
Okay.
Just
He
that.
gladly takes it.
Yeah.
5 gold deposit, sure.
He's not gonna show up.
Yeah, we'll say.
Nope.
There are definitely other things that look like they're hanging on the wall with their trophies.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a ghost Marlin on the wall?
There is not.
Shame. Shame.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
Your name was Sir.
Stockman.
Stockman. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
All right. See you in the morning. Shakes your hand. Yeah, you walk past that creature once again, and
I'm gonna tap its head with my staff.
it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it almost like no matter where you stand in the room, it looks like it's looking right at you. It's one of those types of things. It's creepy.
But you could taxidermy a turtle too.
But honestly, like to do like the cloak and stuff, we don't have to role
Yeah,
play
that's
all
fine.
that out. It'd be pretty well. Here it's going to be expensive,
That's okay.
so let
It's
me
not. I don't want anything magic.
let me look up a fair price for this place, and then
Okay.
I'll let you know. We can do that off stream if you
That's
want to. It's not really have it set, but yeah, you'd be able to find it here because there's plenty of people selling things that you could find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It would just be at a pretty high price because of the taxes.
Okay. And the rest of the time, eventually, I'll look for somebody to talk to the king or council. But I'm just gonna try and get a lay of the town
Okay.
and walk
Yeah.
around while they're doing whatever. I said I'd be in the market when they're done. So.
Sure. And then just taking like a tour, just walking around the town and everything. Okay. You guys all eventually come out of what looks to be the main gates of the city to the northeast. And outside these main gates, it looks like there is a massive campground. Like, it seems like the refugees are allowed to come into the city,
But not.
but
The wall.
what like they can come in to like sell their wares and do things during the day, but at night
They're kicked out.
they have to go outside the walls, and the city's not big enough to like they don't have walls out there.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just all out there finding a little bit of space,
Near
have
the walls.
just little makeshift tents and things set up outside, just trying to make do. And that's where you're led, and they end up
A
leading you
shanty
to
town.
a little tent that you would know you'd be comfortable with because you use these in your nomadic tribe as you move from place to place. They use like little pieces of timber that are bent, almost kind of like it looks like a dome shaped thing, and then they put like thatch and things over top. So you'd recognize it, and they kind of guide you in. It looks like they have another one of those areas that are made that's more of in like a rectangular shape, and they just guide that little cart right back into it and kind of shut a door, and they have a little cheap, what looks to be like some sort of lock that they put on it to protect it from anybody taking it. And they gesture for you guys to go in, and Illyria, your mother, kind of says, well, we don't have much to eat, but we can put some kind of stew together.
That is no problem, because the druid is able to find food for people at any point. That is what my thingy says.
And you have a lot of bread.
And you have like
I had a lot of bread. I gave it all away.
You gave all of it away?
Yes,
Okay.
I gave all of it away.
Okay.
But I also have good berry.
Well, we do
I
have.
wanted to do that.
Rosella has a loaf still.
Yeah, she does have a loaf.
Did she eat
Yeah,
it all already?
She kind of gets it out. It's broken apart, and she's taking some bites out of it. Yeah, I do have this, and she sets it in the middle. And Illyria's kind of like, oh, well, that'll go great with the stew. That'd be fine. Just throw some things together. We do have some potatoes and some other things that we can throw in there.
Can I go out into the woods and hunt?
Forage some mushrooms.
Yes.
There are some. This is on the edge of like the grasslands, so there are some fields that you might be able to find some mushrooms or some type of flowery type thing that you could use to eat. Maybe some small game that are field.
I'm eating at a nice
Apparently, I have a cask of
eating a
wine.
nice restaurant.
Apparently you have a cask of
An outdoor.
Yeah, I have a cask of wine on my character sheet.
You
Oh, yeah.
strapped it onto your back.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah, you got a cask of
I'm
wine.
at a nice outdoor cafe.
put a cask of wine on the. This.
Wow. Where did you get that?
No
Off
telling.
my back.
Answer's like, yeah, I saw that, but I mean, like, where? That looks like a pretty nice wine.
Well,
I think that was at the pyramid.
chambers. Yeah.
On the pyramid, like a
Like
long,
a long time ago? Like
Like
2
no.
years ago?
Yeah, maybe.
it's a fine aged wine.
It's definitely a little aged.
Well, great. We got some simple cups. We can start pouring some in. That's thank you.
I'm getting them a rabbit.
Might want to let it breathe for a minute.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Rosella's like, she's like Rosella's kind of like in a moment where she's like seeing, you catch her like staring at you at times, like she's just staring at you in awe, like you're actually here. So,
Kids wine.
but Illyria's like,
It might be Italian.
starts to kind of get the things ready to put a simple stew together and start heating up some water and stuff. But there's a little fire in the side, and you can, the way that you guys formulate your structures, there's a little place. It's like a little ventilation system that can go out through.
I'm assuming this is like, second nature, so I start helping her with whatever routines we used to have to solve right
absolutely.
back
Yeah,
into
you kind of start like peeling and cutting some potatoes and things like that. Start just making a simple stew, and she just start conversation. Answer kind of looks over and says to Leary, I kind of wanted to tell. They were curious about our business, and she kind of looks over at a little bit suspiciously at first, and is like, no. She looks at all of you as we can't really afford to leave because of the taxes, so we're trying our best to figure out a way that we can make the money that we need, because it's 250 gold for each of us. That's a lot of money. So are you okay?
Willow, we can let him on the ship, right?
They're absolutely going with us.
I'm the captain now. You hear me? We're going on the ship.
I
They're
don't think
going
I
on the
even told
ship.
my mother that we have a ship yet.
We have a ship.
You're
on it.
Yeah, and the answer's like, yeah, they said they had one. Do you have a ship?
Yep.
We have a ship.
A whole ass ship.
It's your ship?
No, it's
No,
not theirs. It
it's
belongs to Captain
our
Silas.
It doesn't belong to him. He can't pick it up and put it in his pocket and take it anywhere. It's our ship.
Roselle's like, Illyria, Silas has a big turtle shell.
He does.
Yes.
He's a turtle.
He's a turtle. I don't see very many of them.
How old are you?
Illyria?
Wait, no, Roselia. Rosalina.
Rosella is probably 13.
She's little.
Okay.
Just take that cut.
Here.
Fill it with some water.
Have another one.
But yeah, they like. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell them what we've been doing for the last few months. And Answer's like, he's been chomping in the bit. He's so excited to tell you. Okay, well, we were trying to figure out what we could do to make some money. And so
Wait, I want to check if anybody's around or listening. I want to look outside the thing.
Okay, gotta make a perception check.
I want to perceive things.
You got it. While you're doing that, I'll change the music.
Dirty 20.
30. Nice.
With that plus 8, I mean, it's hard to...
But he says to you, so we were trying to figure out a way that we could make some money. So we were just out there exploring the grasslands, heading into the timberlands a little bit, checking out the forest, being really careful because that dragon's out there somewhere. You just never know when it might show up. And we stumbled upon this stuff on the ground. And it was like a trail. And it was smooth and clear and solid. And we were able to we could pick it up and look right through it and cut it easily. It was perfect glass. So one day we decided, hey, we're going to go out here. We're going to follow this trail and see where it leads. And you wouldn't believe it. There's a big, enormous snail. And it scoots across the ground. And as it scoots, that liquidy substance that slugs and snails leave?
Yeah.
Well, as it leaves it on the ground, it solidifies into perfect glass. We call our friend Glimmer because its shell on its back glimmers and sparkles with all kinds of different colors. Magical.
New wall shape.
Sort of sounds like a fish we saw in the ocean, all sparkly in different colors.
I'm still not gonna apologize for throwing it overboard.
Those guys at Crystal Clears, they've been keeping an eye on us. They've been watching us because, you see, it's really easy to just get this glass. We can form it into whatever we want pretty easily. Mm-hmm. It even bends at low heat. That's why we're able to make all those bottles like you bought. They're really easy. It doesn't burn you. You can do it without any things on your hands. You can do it without gloves.
So you just
it's magic.
Kind of get it hot in the fire and then
just a little bit. That's all it takes. Just a little warm, and we can blend it with what we want. And it's strange because once we're done, it holds its shape. It's magic.
So if you were to reheat it again, it wouldn't move. It wouldn't do that.
For some reason, it doesn't. That's what's so amazing about it.
That's really cool. Is this the only snail creature you've seen? Is there only one of them that you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the only one we've seen. I mean, we've been keeping a close eye on it. We go out and try to catch it each and every day just to make sure he's okay. Because he's been helping us out. We've been making money. I mean, we're almost saved up 200 gold now. So we're almost to a point where we can afford to get one of us off here.
What, Are you guys being careful to make sure nobody's watching you?
I mean, as careful as we can. I mean, those lizard folk from Crystal Clears, they like to keep their eye on us at all times. They've got their leader used to be a shaman of their tribe a long time ago, so he knows how to do some magic of his own. That's how they make their glass.
What a coincidence. I know how to do magic of my own. Fight for you, kid.
Rosella's like, yeah, that lizard man, he can shoot lightning out of his fingers.
Okay, I can't do that. Well, actually, I probably could somewhere.
Silas can do that.
Oh,
wait,
the shell, Silas, the turtle can shoot lightning. Well,
he comes out of his shell.
He could it comes out of his shell.
It doesn't come out of his shell.
What?
Well, he could probably make some glass too. I mean,
what does the snail eat?
It's a good question. I mean, it eats. We've noticed he really likes it whenever he finds nice crystals.
Were there just crystals sitting out in the grasslands?
Kind of. The part that we find him the most is right on the edge, the borderline between the desert and the forest. That's where he seems to hang out the most.
Close to the Amsham?
Yeah,
Desert?
that's
I don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Be careful
How big
going
is it?
there.
We've been trying to be careful. How big is he? Oh gosh. He's bigger than you.
Right, so we're not catching it.
Well, I can't run fast. It's a snail.
Yeah,
Unless it can run fast.
He's pretty slow.
Okay, I was about to say a speedy
Could-
snail's kind of scary.
Could you picture me picking that thing up and walking it through town and get back on the boat?
You picked up that giant mole that giant skeleton had.
I'm
I
not
believe in
taking
you.
the snail.
I don't want to take him. I'm just saying he could carry him.
We don't want to take him from his natural environment, but we want to keep him
Exactly.
safe too.
Oh yeah, no, I want to keep him safe. I want him to be happy and eating crystals and stuff, which I don't understand.
Rosella's like, I wonder what it'd be like to eat a crystal.
Probably crunchy.
Don't try that.
Crunchy?
Might
Yeah.
hurt your teeth.
You could probably
Yeah.
get close
I like my
summation
teeth.
by eating sand. Just tiny crystals.
Mm,
That's true.
yeah.
That doesn't sound good, does
Would
it?
not
doesn't.
taste very
Yeah, I
good.
know. It's probably the same.
Is she drunk?
Could we go see the snail at some point? I mean,
You
just
want to go see him?
yeah, he sounds pretty cool.
We can take you in the morning.
Okay, as long as we're making sure we're being safe, because I don't want that stupid lizard person, Yakuza, to come hurt him or get you guys.
If the lizard comes, they have a problem with the guards.
You mean you?
Yeah, I'm a
A
member of
newly
the
minted
guards.
guard?
Gosh, I love the little badge he's got.
Rosella's like, you're a guard now.
Well, of course.
That was quick.
He's moved up the ranks rather quickly.
I'm just not gonna make any comment on that. I do not want to explain to this poor child.
You ain't got no idea. You were getting hugs.
That's true. I'm not gonna ask questions because I know what you're like.
So, Illyri looks at you. Finera, do you want to go and with them
In the morning,
in the morning?
I think they can handle it.
I mean, I think I can just stay here tomorrow and just kind of wait out, and
I'll stay here with you.
it's really okay.
What about Captain?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he doesn't know where we are, does he?
No, he doesn't know where we are. If we don't show up, he might just leave.
Well, we have 2 days.
I'm drinking a mixed drink now.
Oh,
Just walking around.
I'm walking around,
Like
okay.
like a Mai Tai or something.
Yeah, it's like has the little fold-out umbrella in it.
Well, how about this? He
Put my hat back on.
probably will go either back to the ship at night to sleep, because, the ship says baby. Let's go back and see if he's there, and we can kind of, fill him in.
Okay, what are we doing with them?
I'll
She
stay
probably
here.
doesn't want to go away from her mom.
Nope.
She just found her mom. Do you want to go back and tell the captain? Because I kind of don't like leaving her alone either.
No, I'm not going to tell the captain that you and Willow are mutiny against the ship.
Oh no, it's no mutiny. It's just they're coming aboard. It's
Then
happening.
if that's what you're feeling, why don't you just bring them to the ship? Then they're on the ship.
Well, we have
and
to
they're
go
not
in the
here.
morning, and this is closer to the thing. Why would we go to? I mean, that they have a nice little thing going on here. Why would we take them and upend everything and take them all the way to the ship?
Silas walking around town, enjoying the sights. Silas, one thing that you do know as you're walking around town, because you were taking a little tour, near
We
one of
could-
the
We could
walls
take them back to the ship.
on the
more
opposite side of the
sense.
port,
Yeah.
Then they're not in danger.
you see that those carts from that Radamian ship that were being wheeled off and pulled by donkeys and stuff, they look pretty heavy.
Yeah.
They are being pulled up. 2 of them actually specifically are being pulled up to one of this round tower area that you imagine 2 straight walls come into a tower.
Yeah.
It has a place at the top that opens up where people could be looking out.
Okay.
They are lowering what looks to be pulleys and ropes down. Looks
Yeah.
like a group of individuals that work for the city are bringing these things down, and they're opening up the crates of these boxes as you witness, and you can see these massive tubular weapons, look like cannons,
Yeah.
are being taken out of these boxes.
Okay.
And they got all these groups of people getting them onto this platform, and then they're pulling them up with rope and pulley up to the tops of those lookouts.
There's your tax money right there.
Ogu growls in the distance.
I'm gonna
Wait, it was what? I'm sorry.
go loading cannons onto the wall.
That was not good.
I'm going to see if I can see anyone over there that may have a nicer uniform on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one guy that seems to be like standing there overseeing the project
Okay.
down there on the ground level.
How far apart are these towers spaced?
Hmm.
And are there like doors to them to go up towards the top?
Yes, on this side of the wall, yes,
Yeah.
there are doors that you can go in, and there are probably like circular stairs or something in the inside, or ladders that lead you up to the top of it.
Okay.
Looks like it'd probably be the equivalent of a 3-story tall building.
But what I want to do
Tower.
is disguise self as that officer. But go to the next tower down if it's not super far.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to enter the building
Okay.
and go up and just kind of walk the wall.
Okay.
And in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Maybe.
As you're walking up, there's like a circular staircase inside that leads you up. There's not much in these towers. It just looks like they have like a circular stone staircase that leads up to the very top.
Sure.
You do pass another guard that's pretty well decked out in armor and a glaive. He stops for a moment, looks at you. I got there. And then keeps on walking down.
Yeah.
So yeah, just moves on down, and you make your way up, and you're standing there, and there seems to be like 3 other guards standing on top of that, and they're, hey, Gunther!
Yeah. And I'm just going to take a right away from the one that they were loading and make my way to maybe 2 towers down.
Okay.
Just kind of observe and see how many cannons are up there.
Okay. The one that you went up has 3 massive ballistas on it.
Okay.
And you can see that as you're walking down to that next one, it also has 3.
Okay.
You're looking over in the other direction. It looks like they don't have anything currently on the one that they're pulling the cannons up to.
Right. They're just getting whatever they can up there.
Right. And it looks like they're replacing the ballistas with cannons slowly.
Right.
But it's taking them a little time.
So the ballistas aren't doing enough. Okay. I'm going to head back down. And then find an alley, drop the disguise, and
Okay.
go get another Mai Tai.
Okay, you got it. Sure.
I ain't got that.
As you head on to get your Mai Tai, I think that will be a perfect time for us to end this episode of Movie 20.